Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball. Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Louis Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. Tonight, it is the third game, game number 3 of this Atlantic League Championship Series, as the Long Island Ducks take on the York Revolution. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action from York, Pennsylvania. The Ducks know what is at stake. They are down 2-0 in this best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series, which means to win the title for the 4th time in franchise history, they will need to win 3 consecutive games here in York at PeoplesBank Park. So obviously, not the situation the Ducks wanted to be in coming into this series, but if recent history has taught us anything, it is that the Ducks are able to find success in this role. The Ducks, of course, last year in the Liberty Division Championship Series went down 0-2 to the Somerset Patriots and came back home to Long Island and won 3 straight over the Patriots to win the Liberty Division title. And the Ducks found success to start off this postseason when they went to Bridgewater, New Jersey. After splitting the first 2 games on Long Island against the Patriots, the Ducks won games 3 and 4 in front of raucous crowds at TD Bank Ballpark. So the Ducks are a perfect 2-0 in the postseason on the road, and they will need to make it a perfect 5-0 if they want to be 2017 Atlantic League champions. Meanwhile, for the York Revolution, an opportunity for them to win their 3rd Atlantic League championship. They'll have 3 straight games in which a win would allow them to be the Atlantic League champions here on their home field, where they won the 2011 Atlantic League title over these Long Island Ducks in a series that went 4 games. York won both games against the Ducks here. Back in 2011, they ended up winning the 2010 Atlantic League title as well, as they won that at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. For the Ducks last night, a tough game 2 in which it was a back-and-forth battle. The Revolution found a way to pick up the win. 5-4 was the final score in that one. The teams traded runs in the first inning, and after Alonzo Harris hit a solo home run to begin the inning, up in the bottom of the first with 1 on and 1 out was Lou Ford.
1-2 is bounced to third. Simpson will play it on the run throw. One hop and it gets past Telvin Nash. Going for third is Elmer Reyes. He's going to try to score, and he will. Oh, the Ducks take a big turn there at third by Reyes. Finds his way home, and on a throwing error, Long Island has tied this game at 1.
So a 1-1 game at that point. They would make it 2-1 with 2 outs in inning number 4. Here comes the payoff pitch from Gailey, and Berg will swing and drive one in the air deep down the right field line. Heading into the corner is Mitchell. He looks up, and you can forget it. An opposite field solo home run for Alex Berg right down the right field line. It is his 2nd home run of the postseason, and the Ducks have their first lead of the night. They go in front 2-1 here in the 4th inning. So Alex Berg is now homered in game 2 of each series, but the Revolution stormed back. They picked up a run in the 6th inning against Duck starter Jake Fisher, who at one point had retired 12 in a row after that leadoff home run. In the 6th, he allowed back-to-back singles and then a sac fly from Alonzo Harris that tied the game at 2. And then with 2 outs in the 7th, allowed a double to Isaiah Tejeda, followed by an RBI single from Travis Witherspoon. The Ducks would pull back even though in the bottom of the 7th inning against left-hander Frank Gailey, who was still in for York. They loaded the bases with nobody out. And then after a pair of strikeouts by Revolution pitching, up came Giovanni Alfonso. Side's first pitch, and Alfonso grounds one weakly. Third base side, Ryan Dent, the shortstop, fields, he won't come up with it. It'll be an infield single for Giovanni Alfonso. Jordan Hinshaw scores, and we are all tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. RBI infield single for Giovanni Alfonso that made it a 3-3 game, but in the 8th, Jake Fisher stayed in with his pitch count approaching 100 pitches, and he allowed a single to Chase Simpson that began the inning, and then after a ground out by Alonzo Harris moved him to second, Jared Mitchell delivered an RBI single to right that put York in front, and then after a bunt single by Ruby Silva, Rob Rogers came in and got a ground out to third from Telvin Nash, but on the play, Mitchell was able to score from third, and that put the Revolution in front 5-3. That second run was a big one, because in the bottom of the 8th, the Ducks threatened again. A walk and a single with one out in the inning by Krause and Angelo Sanko put 2 aboard, and then an RBI fielder's choice by Alex Berg brought in a run to make it a 5-4 game. Unfortunately, Long Island could not come back and tie it. They left the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first to the 8th, and the tying run at first in the 9th as the Revolution won it 5-4. Now we'll turn things over to the public address announcer here at PeoplesBank Park as the Long Island Ducks are introduced along the third base line.
Pitcher number 21, David Artimo. Pitcher number 18, Tyler Levin. Pitcher number 15, Jose Velez. Pitcher number 29, Tyler Wilson. Pitcher number 14, Patrick Kreider. Pitcher number 38, Arnaldo Diaz. Pitcher number 45, Jake Dunning. Pitcher number 25, Jake Fisher. Pitcher number 35, James Jones. Pitcher number 99, Bruce Kearns. Pitcher number 44, Matt Larkins. Pitcher number 36, Matt Marsh. Pitcher number 17, Dennis O'Grady. Pitcher number 48, Dustin Richardson. Pitcher number 27, Rob Rogers. Pitcher number 9, Zach Tracy. Catcher number 24, Augie Abner. Infielder number 30, Ruben Gotay. Outfielder number 28, Jordan Hinshaw. And outfielder number 19, Derek Piles. And now, the starting lineup for the visiting Long Island Ducks. Leading off for the Ducks, third baseman number 6, Giovanni Alfonso. Batting second, the second baseman number 13, Elmer Reyes. Batting third, the left fielder number 20, Lou Ford. Batting fourth, the first baseman number 34, Mark Krause. Batting fifth, the catcher number 23, Alex Berg. Batting sixth, the designated hitter number 26, Angelo Sanko. Batting seventh, the center fielder number 5, Delta Clary Jr. Batting eighth, the right fielder number 11, Anthony Vega. And batting ninth, the shortstop number 12, Dan Lyons. The starting pitcher this evening for the Ducks, right-hander number 7, John Browno.
So the Long Island Ducks have been introduced along the third base line at PeoplesBank Park. The Revolution will be introduced momentarily. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll chat with Ducks catcher Alex Berg, who has been the Ducks' best hitter thus far in the postseason.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at PeoplesBank Park, a nice crowd on hand here, and they are cheering on their York Revolution, who are being announced and introduced to the crowd along the first base line. The Long Island Ducks in their gray jerseys were just introduced along the third base line, and as is the custom before the first home game of every playoff series, these pregame introductions so the fans know all the players of the respective division champions, the Long Island Ducks of the Liberty Division and the York Revolution of the Freedom Division. Well, Alex Berg has been the Ducks' best hitter thus far this postseason. Coming into Game 3 tonight, he has a 400 batting average and a team-leading 2 home runs, including 1 in Game 2 last night. We caught up with the Ducks catcher before tonight's Game 3. Alex, you come here to York now as the Atlantic League Championship Series shifts to PeoplesBank Park. Obviously, you guys aren't in an ideal position, but what is the mentality of this team coming into this game, and how is the mood and confidence level in that clubhouse?
I think we feel great. Obviously you don't want to be down 2-0, but right now the pressure's all on them. They're in their home ballpark and they gotta win. And we're feeling good. I think winning 3 games is no issue for us. We won 12 in a row at one point this year, and I think right now we're having as much fun as we were having then. And I'm excited to see what these 3 games bring.
You guys obviously had to face some adversity when you came back after losing the first game in Game 1 to win 3 in a row against Somerset. And what do you think was the key factor in those 3 straight wins over the Patriots, including the 2 at TD Bank Ballpark?
We got big hits and we pitched really well. I think we've pitched pretty well so far this series, but we haven't got that one hit to kind of put us over the edge and really give us that, decisive victory, and I think we can do that tonight.
When you say that you guys haven't gotten that big hit, do you get a sense that guys maybe are pressing a little bit in those key situations? For example, last night with the bases loaded, nobody out, or is it a situation where their pitchers are making the key pitches at the right times?
I think their guys came in and made really good pitches. That's one thing that they've always done against us is their bullpens come in and they pitch really well. And, sometimes we're able to get them, sometimes we're not. It's the toughest part about baseball is to hit. And, you're not going to get a hit every time, but I think over the course of this series, we're going to wear them down. We're going to get some big hits here and there.
Jake Fisher last night wasn't quite as dominant as he was in Game 3 against Somerset, though it's very difficult to turn in a performance like that again. But did you get a sense that he still had that very good stuff, and did you get a sense at all that he maybe started to tire a little bit in those later innings?
I thought he pitched really well. If you really look at all the hits and everything like that, the only really ball that was truly barreled up was the first ball of the game. Everything else was kind of a roller through, and he made a lot of really good pitches, and he got beat on some, some trivial hits. Not trivial hits, but just like dinkers up, these balls that are rolling through. Like there's a ball through the 4-hole that literally you couldn't have placed, that ball any better. It goes right by a diving Krause and right outside of Elmer's glove. And they got a bunch of hits like that, and it's just bad luck.
Tonight, though, it's going to be John Brownell, a guy who's been so battle-tested in his postseason career with the Ducks, and of course, again this season, when he has been on, like he was here in this ballpark on September 7th when he threw that complete game, what about his work that day made him so untouchable?
He just does what he does. I mean, he mixes 4 pitches for strikes, and he throws any pitch in any count, anytime. And, he's a competitor. I think there's no better person we want on the mound down 2-0 facing elimination than him. It's a man that's been here. He leads I think he's Duck history winner, or the most wins in Duck history. And, we have the utmost confidence in him, and we know that every time he goes out there, he's going to put together a good start.
And obviously he's looking to bounce back from his performance in Game 1 against Somerset. From being behind the plate that day, what was different about that start aside from, the little ankle tweak that day? What else did you see that either he struggled with or that Somerset was able to capitalize on?
I think they just took he made, which, in the playoffs, obviously everything's turned up a bit, but, any pitch he left over the middle, they got a hit. And, again, he got singled to death, too. So, you think about it, like a guy like him, he's not really going to strike out a ton of people. He needs the most of that contact to go right to people, and, he got unlucky with Somerset and gave up a lot of hits. But, he made a lot of really good pitches that day, too, and I expect him to pitch really well tonight.
And, of course, finally, no matter what happens this weekend, the season is going to come to an end here in York, championship or not. How much fun did you have here in your first season with the Ducks?
I had an amazing time. Honestly, this was probably the most fun I've had playing baseball in my entire professional career. You know, this coaching staff was phenomenal to be around, and these guys were awesome. You know, I've never had as much fun with a group of guys as I had this year. You know, being able to play with these guys, I would love, you know, I would cherish this season for the rest of my life.
Always great to hear, Alex. It's been a pleasure all season long, and thanks for taking some time here before Game 3.
Thank you so much.
That was Ducks catcher Alex Berg. Thank you to him for joining us here prior to game number 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Long Island Ducks and the York Revolution have both been introduced along the third base and first base lines respectively. A big American flag was unfurled out in center field during the national anthem, which was just completed here at PeoplesBank Park, and we are moments away from the start of game 3 of this Atlantic League Championship Series between the Ducks and the Revolution. Break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup here for Game 3, and then we'll have the starting lineups in the first pitch as these two go at it for the third time in this championship series.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back at PeoplesBank Park, the managers have exchanged lineups for tonight's game. We'll get to those in a little bit, but we are just about ready for baseball. Game 3 of this Atlantic League Championship Series. The York Revolution right now a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. A Revolution win tonight. They are the Atlantic League champions for a third time. A Ducks win tonight means we will play Game 4 here tomorrow evening at 6:30. Before we get to the lineups, let's take a look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game. And for the Long Island Ducks, they will send their ace, John Brownell, to the mound. The right-hander who started Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series for the Ducks was moved back to Game 3 in this round after he tweaked his ankle a little bit, racing after a baseball on the ground in Game 1 of that first-round matchup. And Kevin Byas wanted to make sure his starter was 100%, so he will go in Game 3 to try and keep the Ducks season alive. This season, a great season for him, 10-5 record, a 3.44 ERA, and 24 starts for the Ducks, 96 strikeouts for the right-hander. Did struggle, though, in Game 1 of the first round of the postseason, allowing 7 runs, 4 of them earned on 13 hits, the most he gave up in a single game this year, just 5 1/3 innings for Brownell, and so he will try and bounce back. This will be his first ever postseason start against the Revolution, who we went 2-1 against this year with a 4.57 ERA. As the Revolution take the field, let's go through their starter, and that is right-hander Victor Mateo, who had a bit of an up-and-down season, 6-9 record, a 4.38 ERA during the regular season, 46 walks to 62 strikeouts, and 141 2/3 innings. He really struggled for the most part against the Ducks this year, 0-2 record, a 6.47 ERA, and a big key for Long Island is going to be getting to him early and putting the pressure on both Mateo and the York Revolution pitching staff. Mateo did pitch well, though, for the Revolution in Game number 2 of the Freedom Division Championship Series here in this ballpark. That was against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. In that start, he allowed just 2 runs on 7 hits over 5 1/3 innings, walked 2, struck out 1, as the Revolution won that game and took a 2-0 lead in that series against Southern Maryland, which they went on to win in 4 games. So there's the look at the pitching matchup. Now time for the starting lineups. Here's the lineup for Kevin Byas' Long Island Ducks, the 2017 Liberty Division champions. Giovanni Alfonso will lead things off. He is the third baseman. Elmer Reyes bats second and plays second base. Hitting third and left field is Lou Ford, and batting in the cleanup spot at first base is Mark Krause. Moving up to the number 5 spot in the lineup was our guest here on the pregame show, the catcher Alex Berg. Angelo Sanko back in the lineup. He is the designated hitter. He will bat 6th. Delta Cleary Jr. in center field bats 7th. The 8-hitter and right fielder is Anthony Vega. And rounding out the order is the shortstop, Dan Lyons. Meanwhile, for Mark Mason's York Revolution, the Freedom Division champions here in 2017, Alonzo Harris will lead things off in left field. Jared Mitchell in right field bats 2nd. Hitting 3rd is the second baseman Ruby Silva. And batting in the cleanup spot is the first baseman Telvin Nash. Michael Burgess will hit 5th and serve as the DH. Isaiah Tejeda does the catching and bat 6th. Travis Witherspoon in center field will hit 7th. The 8-hitter and shortstop is Ryan Dent, and batting 9th playing third base is Chase Simpson. Same exact lineup that the Revolution used to dispatch the Ducks by 1 run in each of the first 2 games in this series. 8-7 in Game 1 on Wednesday night and 5-4 in Game 2 on Thursday night, both on Long Island. First pitch of Game 3 is a fastball strike at the knees from Victor Mateo to Giovanni Alfonso, and we're underway at 6:36 p.m. on this Friday evening. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen by Alfonso, and he's quickly behind in the count at 0-2. Ducks wearing their gray road uniforms for Game 3 here tonight. The Revolution are wearing their alternate black uniforms that they have been wearing throughout the postseason. 0-2, and Alfonso lifts this one in the air deep but foul down the right field line. This will go out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Revolution are 5-1 here in the playoffs. The Ducks 3-3. Here comes an 0-2. Mateo kicks and fires, and Alfonso takes a breaking ball inside. It goes off the glove of the catcher Tejeda. And so the count 1-2 on Alfonso, sitting .240 thus far in the postseason, 6 of 25. No homers, and tied for the team lead with 5 runs batted in. Mateo gets the sign. He continues to work out of the stretch. The 1-2, and this is popped up in the air to the right side of the infield. The second baseman Ruby Silva moving down will call it and catch for the first out. So Giovanni Alfonso is retired, and there is the first out of Game 3. That'll bring up the second baseman Elmer Reyes. Just a terrific night for baseball. Definitely feels a lot more like postseason baseball with the temperatures cooling down into the 60s, although right now it reads 75 degrees on that digital thermometer they have in left center field. I think that might be a little generous. Feels much closer to 70 or maybe even in the upper 60s. First pitch is a fastball knee high for a strike to Elmer Reyes, 0-1. Right now, not much of a wind to speak of. A light breeze blowing out towards center field. Here comes an 0-1 pitch. And Reyes swings, pops this one up to the left side of the infield this time. Shallow left center. The shortstop, Ryan Dent, is out to make the catch. And Victor Mateo has induced 2 pop-ups to begin this ball game. Defensively for the Revolution tonight, it will be Alonzo Harris in left field, Travis Witherspoon in center field, and the right fielder is Jared Mitchell. On the infield from left to right, Chase Simpson at third base. Ryan Dent is the shortstop. Ruby Silva, the second baseman, and over at first base is Telvin Nash. Isaiah Tejeda will do the catching, and on the mound is the right-hander Victor Mateo. Mateo asked for time and wants to do baseball, so we'll get it. From tonight's home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes, is David Speranza, who has somewhat been at the forefront of this series thus far. We'll explain in a bit. First pitch, and Ford takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Close play at second base in Game 1 on a bunt single by Chase Simpson, which Alex Berg tried to throw down a second and get Ryan Dent. Ford takes inside this time to even the count. They ruled that Dent was safe. Replays seemed to show when we looked back on it that he might have been out. And the Ducks weren't happy about that call. 1-1. Ford takes high, got kind of back out of the way of it quickly as it came up and inside. That'll run the count to 2-1 on Ford. And then last night in the 8th inning, Alex Berg nearly hit into a 6-3 double play. Ryan Dent's throw, though, was dropped at first by Telvin Nash. Initially, David Speranza ruled Alex Berg out, and then after conferring right away with the umpires, it was overturned to say that he was safe. 2-1 is up and away on a fastball, and Mateo now behind on Ford at 3-1. So obviously that helped the Ducks. It ended up bringing in a run to make it a 5-4 game, but Long Island was unable to come back and tie it as the Revolution won their second one-run game of this series. 3-1 pitch. Ford swings. It's a high fly ball in the air to left, shallow. Going out is the shortstop, Ryan Dent. Coming in, the left fielder, Alonzo Harris. It is Dent who makes the catch. The Ducks retired in order in the top of the first inning on 3 pop-ups. So Long Island goes down in order. We head to the bottom of the first here in Game 3. The Ducks nothing, and the Revolution coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. The cannon has been fired at PeoplesBank Park, as is the custom here. At every York Revolution home game, they'll fire it off before the Revolution take their at-bat in the bottom of the first for the first time. It is also fired after every Revolution home run and every York win, and the fans here at PeoplesBank Park are hoping it will fire one final time after the final out of tonight's ball game. If it does, the Revolution will be the Atlantic League champions for the 3rd time in franchise history. The Ducks were retired in order in their half of the first inning. Now John Brownell back to the mound for the first time in over a week. He last pitched in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series last Wednesday against the Somerset Patriots. Took the loss in a 7-1 defeat, and a very un-John Brownell-like start for the right-hander, who has come to see a lot of postseason success and overall tremendous numbers in a Ducks uniform, and he'll certainly be looking to bounce back tonight in Game 3 of this Atlantic League Championship Series. One thing to note, of course, this is certainly always going to be a tough environment, having to go on the road for Game 3 of the Championship Series. Any road game in the playoffs is always tough, but we saw how tough an environment it was in the first round of the postseason with over 8,100 fans in attendance at TD Bank Ballpark in New Jersey. Alonzo Harris fouls the first pitch off from John Brownell for strike one. A record crowd for any Atlantic League playoff game. The Ducks went in, scored 3 in the first, and Jake Fisher turned in a complete game. The Ducks took the crowd out of it from the get-go. And Long Island went on to win that game, take the lead in the series, which they would go on to win in 4 games. The 0-1 to Harris, breaking ball from Brownell, misses down and away. That'll leave the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So that is certainly going to be the task for the Ducks tonight, is to try and take this crowd, which isn't quite 8,100, but still a very good showing here on this Friday night. 1-1, ripped to third, but foul. Scatters the Ducks bullpen down the left field line. So Alonzo Harris now with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris batting from the right side, the left fielder, 280 thus far in the playoffs, 7 for 25. Now the 1-2 from Brownell, a swing and a drive in the air to left. That chases Lou Ford back, but he gets to the spot and makes the catch on the line drive to retire Harris, who led off Game 2 with a solo homer to left, but this time a line out to left for out number 1. So he is now 7 for 26 in the postseason. And that'll bring up the lefty swinging Jared Mitchell. First time the Ducks are playing postseason games here in York since 2011. That was the only other postseason meeting between these two teams in the 2011 Atlantic League Championship Series. First pitch here to Jared Mitchell, and he swings and hits one high in the air to right. That's hit pretty well. Back goes Anthony Vega on the warning track, and he'll make the catch. Mitchell gave that one a ride, just didn't get enough of it. Didn't sound like it had home run distance off the bat. So Mitchell lines out to right for the second out and is now 9 for 26 in the postseason. York, of course, won that 2011 ALCS 3-1. Split the first 2 games on Long Island and then won both games here with a rain out, in between games 3 and 4. So 2 down and the base is empty. Here is the second baseman, Ruby Silva, batting from the left side. First pitch from John Brownell, and he deals a fastball strike over the outside corner. Defensively for the Ducks, Lou Ford is in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Anthony Vega around and right. Give you the infield after the 0-1. Brownell kicks and comes home, and Silva will swing and rip one to the right side past Elmer Reyes. There's a base hit with 2 outs for Silva. Reyes took a step to his left, that ball was scorched off the bat of Silva. He stuck out the glove, but that was it. So a 2-out single for Silva, and that'll bring up Telvin Nash. On the infield for the Ducks, it is Giovanni Alfonso at third base, the shortstop Dan Lyons. Elmer Reyes is the second baseman, as we just mentioned, and Mark Krause over at first base. Doing the catching behind home plate is Alex Berg, and on the mound is right-hander John Brownell. So the runner on and 2 out. Here is Telvin Nash to the plate, the first baseman and cleanup hitter, batting from the right side. David Speranza waiting until Nash is ready to go in the batter's box. First pitch on the way, and Nash swings and fouls it back behind the home plate. He was out in front of a breaking ball from Brownell. And the count goes to 0-1. Telvin Nash just 4 of 20 thus far in the postseason, but he does have 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in, so a very dangerous bat in this York Revolution lineup. The Ducks did a fairly good job against him on Long Island. They will have to continue that here in York if they want to complete this comeback. Reyes, the second baseman, shaded up the middle. Alfonso right along the line at third. And the 0-1 from Brownell is a breaking ball that just misses down and away. Try to get it at the knees on the outside corner, but missed. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Lights are on, the sun has set. A good crowd on hand on what is a busy night here in downtown York. High school football going on out behind the left field wall, and it's also bike night here in York, so there will be a lot of motorcycles in town. 1-1 strike pitch on the way. Nash takes a big curveball that misses high and inside. Brownell tried to get it to drop over the inside corner. Did not break enough, and it's 2-1. Silva, the runner at first, has not stolen a base or attempted one yet in the postseason. He was a late season addition to this Revolution roster. Krause holding him on. Here's the 2-1 from Brownell. Fires to the plate. Nash takes a fastball strike. Belt high over the outside corner. Good pitch there from Brownell. I think Nash was expecting another breaking ball. Brownell fired the fastball over the plate. Looked like a cutter towards the outside corner. So it's 2-2 here on Nash with 2 down and a runner at first. Scoreless game in the bottom of inning number 1. Brownell gets the sign from Berg and comes set. Here's his 2-2. Delivers to the plate, and Nash will swing and foul it off. Breaking ball that time from Brownell, and Nash just got a little bit of it to stay alive. Again, this is Game 3 of the best-of-5 series. If the Ducks can keep the series alive, Game 4 would be tomorrow night. And then if we get to a Game 5, winner take all, it will be on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Once again, it'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from John Brownell to Telvin Nash, who takes a while to get back into the batter's box. Now he's ready to go. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball that just missed the inside corner. Brownell and the Ducks infield all thought they had strike 3, but David Speranza said it missed the corner. Kevin Baez shaking his head from the third base dugout. Wasn't happy about a couple of the calls from Speranza earlier in the series, and not a big one here in the first inning that does not go the Ducks' way. So it'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike, 2-out pitch, which means Silva will be off from first. Brownell ready to go. Now fires to the plate, and Nash will swing and hit a broken back comebacker, which Brownell stabs on one hop and fires to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So a good job by Brownell not to let the missed call affect him. In the bottom of the first inning, no runs for the Revolution, 1 hit, and they leave a man on base. We have played one inning here in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Ducks and the Revolution are scoreless.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
To the second inning we go here at PeoplesBank Park. Long Island Ducks, York Revolution are scoreless in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. As we go to the second inning, it's time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Ducks are a healthy bunch, of course. The only, not even a question mark, because it certainly wasn't a question mark, but the only player of note was Brownell, who again had tweaked his ankle in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Kevin Baez then pushed his start here in the Atlantic League Championship Series back to Game 3, but obviously is good and is on the mound starting for the Ducks. And he said, as did Kevin Baez, that he could have gone in Game 1 on Wednesday night, but Kevin Baez and John Brownell and the entire Ducks organization wanted to play it safe with the right-hander, as Mark Krause takes a strike over the outside corner, and it's 0-1 on the Ducks' first baseman and cleanup hitter. And so Brownell instead will start here in Game 3 and toss a scoreless bottom of the first inning. The 0-1, Krause takes outside this time on a fastball from Mateo. That evens things up at 1-1. Krause, .292 average thus far in the playoffs, 7 for 24. No homers and a run batted in. Mateo gets the sign and comes set. Here is the 1-1. Breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 2. Krause, Berg, and Sanko, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Ducks here in the second against Victor Mateo. And the 1-2. Krause swings, rips one to the right side past the diving try of Telvin Nash, and it's into right field for a base hit. First base runner of the night for the Ducks, and what a rip off the bat of Mark Krause. Almost a terrific diving stop by Nash, but just couldn't get to it in time. So the leadoff man on for the Ducks here in the second inning, and that'll bring up the catcher and 5-hitter, Alex Berg. This is the only change really to the lineup for the Ducks today, was moving Alex Berg up to the 5 spot. He's been hitting so well in the postseason. Angelo Sanko, who is hitting 6th today, meanwhile has been struggling a bit. So Kevin Baez does put Sanko back in the lineup after he had the night off last night, but moves him to the 6th spot, Berg hitting 5th. The first pitch here to Berg is a fastball that misses down and in for ball 1. Team leading .400 batting average thus far in the playoffs for Alex Berg, 8 hits and 20 at-bats. He's got 2 home runs and 3 runs batted in. Krause takes his lead at first, the 1-0. And Berg rips one, caught at third base by Chase Simpson. He will not get the out at first base as Krause was able to get back in time. A tough break there for Berg, who hit the ball right on the button, but hit it right at Simpson for out number 1. So there is the first out of this second inning, and that will bring up the 6-hitter and DH Angelo Sanko, who, as we mentioned before, did not start last night, but did come off the bench as a pinch hitter late and picked up a single in the 8th inning for the Ducks. So here is Sanko to the plate from the left side. Mateo comes set. On his first pitch, Sanko takes a fastball just below the knees. Good eye by Sanko, and the count of 1-0. Thus far, the Ducks' designated hitter is 4 for 22 in the postseason. That's a 182 batting average. No homers and 2 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Sanko takes a high fastball. And now he's ahead at 2 balls and no strikes. Kraus, the runner at first base, has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt thus far in the postseason. He was 4 of 5 in the stolen base department during the regular season. Good hitters count, the 2-0. Sanko swings and pops it up foul. First base side, this will drift out of play. Back into the seats, and it's 2-1. Definitely saw a bunch of Ducks fans in attendance here that have made the trek from Long Island for this Atlantic League Championship Series matchup. Sanko appears to have broken his bat on that pop-up, so he gets a new piece of lumber from the Ducks dugout. And will make his way back to home plate. We saw a big crowd of Ducks fans during the first round of the playoffs, the Liberty Division Championship Series in Somerset, which was about an hour-and-a-half drive from Bethpage Ballpark. It's a little bit further, about 4.5 hours. The Ducks bust here last night, got in the middle of the night, and got some extra rest before the game today. 2-1. That fastball misses down and away to run the count to 3-1 on Sanko. The team was here early enough to get set up, take batting practice, as did the York Revolution, who also bust here after the game last night. 3-ball, 1-strike count on Sanko as Kraus leads at first with 1 out. Mateo kicks and fires, and Sanko takes a fastball, belt high for strike 2. Good job by Mateo to get that strike. Mateo does have a tendency to walk a few too many. 46 walks this year to just 62 strikeouts over 141 2/3 innings of work. Here comes the payoff pitch. Kraus goes from first, and Sanko rips one on the ground foul down the first base line. Almost sounded like Sanko broke his bat again, but seems like he did not, as he still has the bat and has remained at home plate. So Mark Kraus will make his way back to first. We'll do it again at 3-2. Delta Cleary Jr. waiting in the on-deck circle for Long Island. Another payoff pitch from Mateo. Kraus goes again, and Sanko grounds one foul again down the first base line, this time behind Ducks pitching coach Billy Horn, who is coaching down at first base. Well, the Ducks were successful in this park this season. The Ducks took 11 of 20 meetings overall with the Revolution this year, 11-9 record. And they had a winning record in this ballpark, 6 wins out of 10 meetings against the Revolution, including a 4-game series sweep back at the beginning of May. Throw over to first base, chases Kraus back. So it is not like the Ducks have never won 3 in a row here at this ballpark before. Obviously, this Revolution team playing significantly better than it did in the first half of the season. They went just 28-42 in the first half, 40-30 in the second half. A tremendous turnaround. Again, the 3-2 with the runner going, and Sanko pops it up in the air to second base. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, camped under it, and he'll make the catch. Kraus able to get back to first base, but Sanko retired on the pop out to short. And it's now 4 pop-outs of the first 6 batters for Long Island. 2 down, the base is empty, and that'll leave it up to Delta Cleary Jr. So here is the switch-hitting center fielder who will bat from the left side for Long Island with Kraus at first and 2 away. A leadoff single for the Ducks, but they have yet to move the runner. First pitch from Mateo. And Cleary Jr. takes a fastball that just caught the outside corner for strike 1. Cleary Jr. in his 3rd season with the Ducks, 6 for 21 thus far in the playoffs, a .286 average, no homers and a run batted in. Every year that Cleary Jr. has been here, the Ducks have made it to the postseason. That's each of the past 3 years. 0-1. Ground ball chopped over the mound to short. Ryan Dent fields the high hop, and he will beat a sliding Mark Kraus to the bag at second for the final out of the 2nd inning. So the Ducks get a leadoff single, but nothing further. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And after an inning and a half, we remain scoreless in York.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by ClearVision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Fans, a reminder that every walk by a Ducks batter this season is brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Michael Pollock here with you as we go to the bottom of the second inning in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Michael Burgess will step up to the plate for the York Revolution. Each team with a hit thus far, but neither side has been able to dent home plate. In fact, neither side has put a runner past first base. So here is Michael Burgess, the lefty swinger. John Brownell looks in for the sign. And the first pitch of the inning is a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike one. Burgess, 6 of 22 in the playoffs, a .273 batting average, 2 home runs, and a total of 6 runs batted in. He and Nash, the team leaders in RBI in the playoffs. The 0-1, breaking ball again, and again hits the outside corner for a strike. Burgess thought it was a bit high, but Brownell gets the strike call, 0-2. Again, most of the seating bowl filled in here tonight, except all the way down the lines where the stands curl in towards home plate. Both the third base and the first base line have several empty seats down that way. The 0-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3 as the ball went down in the dirt. Alex Berg applies the tag. There's the first strikeout of the night for John Brownell. And 1 away in the second inning. Well, again, this is nothing new for John Brownell, pitching in the postseason for the Ducks. Tonight is his 11th playoff start of his Ducks career, which began back in 2012. And he is 5-3 with a 3.86 earned run average. Has struck out 39, walking just 18 in 65 1/3 innings coming in. But tonight is a little bit new for him. It is his first ever start against the Revolution in the postseason, and it's his first ever Game 3 start in his playoff career. So there is some new aspect to it for Brownell, but a lot of the same for the right-hander. First pitch here, and it is taken on the inside corner for strike 1 by the catcher Isaiah Tejeda, who bats in the 6th spot, is 5 of 17 in the postseason. That's a .294 average, no homers and 2 runs batted in. Now the 0-1 pitch. Tejeda takes downstairs, now leaving the count up at 1-1. Brownell never got an opportunity to pitch in last year's Atlantic League Championship Series. It's the 1-1 here. Zips over the inside corner knee high for strike 2, much to the dismay of Tejeda and the Revolution fans. So Tejeda now behind at 1-2. Of course, Brownell last year had a pitch in Game 5 of the Liberty Division Championship Series for the Ducks. Won that game, which the Ducks faced elimination had they had ended up losing that game. The 1-2 misses low to even the count at 2-2. And Brownell pitched well in that one, got the win. The Ducks won the game, and because of that, he couldn't pitch on just 2 days rest in the Atlantic League Championship Series. So it would have actually been 1 day of rest if he wanted to go back in Game 1, because that series actually began on Tuesday night of the week following. 2-2 is lifted in the air down the left field line. Long run over for Lou Ford into foul territory as it drops foul by the Ducks bullpen. So the count remains 2-2. Bobby Blevins ended up starting game 1 last year. Took the loss. Matt Larkins went in game 2, pitched very well, but suffered the hard luck loss in the 2-0 defeat. And Kevin Byas stuck with Nick Struck, who started game 3 in the first round, had him go in game 3. And it did not work out for Long Island, even though Struck had pitched well, struggled in his final inning. And the Ducks lost that game in a 3-game series sweep. The Ducks trying to avoid a 3-game sweep in the championship series for a second consecutive season. They need a win here tonight to do that. Again, a 2-2 from Brownell to Tejeda. Here's the kick and the pitch. Breaking ball, line to left. Lou Ford started in. Now races back, and it's over his head and off the wall. Around first Tejeda. He's going for 2. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Tejeda slid in safely ahead of the tag from Elmer Reyes. A 1-out double. And York has a runner in scoring position. Ford misjudged that one a bit. He started in on it and then tried to race back. I'm not sure if he would have ever gotten it anyway if he had gone straight back right away. But he kind of started in, cut over, and then realized it was sailing over his head. I thought he had a good chance at Tejeda at second, who doesn't run all that well, but the throw just a hair late. So Tejeda is at second with his 3rd double of the postseason, and now Travis Witherspoon, the center fielder, will come up to the plate for York. Brownell set of the belt his first pitch. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and Witherspoon out in front for strike 1. Witherspoon 6 of 26 in the postseason, a .231 batting average. No homers, 2 runs batted in. Tejeda takes his lead at second with 1 away. Here's the 0-1. Missed down and away on a slider. That'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Brownell, this is his first start in the Atlantic League Championship Series since Game 5 of the 2013 ALCS, and exactly 4 years ago today when the Ducks won their 3rd Atlantic League Championship. 1-1. Fastball at the knees for strike 2. Brownell started that game, went into the 9th inning. He allowed 4 runs over his 8 innings of work. Ended up giving way in the 9th to Leo Rosales, who recorded the final 3 outs. The Ducks won their 2nd championship in a row, defeating Somerset in arguably the best 5-game series this league has ever seen. Fastball here just misses the inside corner. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, the anniversary of Ray Navarrette's final game with the Ducks, when he hit that memorable 3-run home run at TD Bank Ballpark that gave the Ducks a 4-1 lead, and they would hold that lead throughout and go on to win it 6-4. 2-2 pitch. Witherspoon taps it into the ground foul, third base side. Just got enough of it to stay alive, so we'll do it once again. 2-2. And that was 4 years ago to the date, September 29th, 2013. No score as we play bottom of the 2nd inning. Isaiah Tejeda, the runner at second with 1 out. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch from Brownell to Witherspoon once again. And Witherspoon takes just inside. Try to paint the inside corner knee high with a fastball. Did not get the call. Very similar to the pitch in the 1st inning. He did not get the call on against Telvin Nash. So now the count full at 3-2. Waiting in the on-deck circle is the shortstop Ryan Dent. Here's the payoff pitch on the way to Brownell, from Brownell. And Witherspoon is swinging, grounded to the left side of the hole. Backhanded by Dan Lyons. The off-balance throw to first. Got him! What a play by Dan Lyons. An excellent play by the veteran Duck shortstop, ranging into the hole to his right. Had to get rid of it quickly with the speed of Travis Witherspoon, and the one-hop throw just beat him. A good stretch by Mark Krause. And there's the 2nd out of the inning. No advance either from Tejeda, as he was not going to go on the ground ball in front of him. Had he tried to take off, Lyons would have just thrown to third, and Alfonso would have likely tagged him out. But Lyons respects and knows the speed of Witherspoon, and so he had to get rid of it quickly, which meant he was throwing off balance, not too much on the throw, and still, Lyons got enough on it to beat him by about a half step. We don't have a good view of it or a replay to check it, but from the naked eye, looked like the right call. First pitch misses low here for ball one to the shortstop Ryan Dent, who is 6 of 22 in the postseason. No homers and 1 run batted in. Tejeda leads off second base. And the 1-0 from Brownell. High pop-up in the air, deep down the left field line, but hooking way foul. And back up onto the concourse. That'll leaving the count up at 1-1. Both Lyons and Ford gave chase on that, but had no chance with how far away that went out of the playing field. So it's 1-1. By the way, we told you before David Speranza, the home plate umpire. Let's give you the rest of the crew. He never got a chance to do that. Jorge Terron is the first base umpire this evening, and a couple of new faces on this crew from the first 2 games. Nate Caldwell takes over at second base, and Tom Gandolfo is over at third base, replacing Matt Hensel and Richard Katz, who were the home plate umpires in the first 2 games of the series. Fastball here runs high and tight, and Dent takes it for ball 2. So the count now 2-1. And no real reason given for the change. My guess is that way if it ends up getting to a game 5, that it's not the same umpire as the first game of the series on the plate. 2-1. Breaking ball nicely thrown over the outside corner for strike 2. Good movement on the curve from Brownell, and he paints the outside corner to Dent. So now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs and a runner at second, Deuces Wild in this second inning. And Brownell trying to toss up another scoreless frame here to begin his night. 2-2 from the right-hander, and Dent takes a breaking ball down in the dirt, blocked by Alex Berg. So that'll move the count full to 3-2. Runner will not be taking off on this pitch, with it not being a forced play at third, and if Dent is able to reach the 9-hitter and third baseman Chase Simpson will be next. Brownell gets the sign for Berg and comes set. Here is the 3-2. Kicks and comes home, and Dent will take a fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 call. Dent thought it was too far inside, but Brownell paints the corner for his second strikeout of the inning, and that'll retire the side here in the second. No runs, 1 hit for the Revolution. They leave a man on second base. We have played 2 innings of Game 3 of this Atlantic League Championship Series. The Ducks and the Revolution are scoreless.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanko, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
No score after 2 innings of play in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Game 3, of the Atlantic League Championship Series. We move to the 3rd inning, and for the Ducks, it will be their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming to the plate. Anthony Vega will start and then be followed by Dan Lyons and Giovanni Alfonso. Having some issues with the digital video board out in right center field, which is all staticky and wacky right now. First pitch, Anthony Vega takes the breaking ball on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Vega, the 8-hitter and right fielder, 3 of 15 thus far in the postseason. 1 of his 3 hits a solo home run in Somerset. He's got 2 RBIs and make it 4 for 16 as he pulls a base hit through the right side of the infield. So just like in the 2nd inning, the leadoff hitter is on with a base hit to the right side. And now each team with 2 hits in the ball game. So Anthony Vega is aboard. That'll bring up the shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons. And we'll see if Kevin Baez asks his shortstop to try and lay down a bunt to move the runner into scoring position. Obviously, neither side has scored a run yet. Still very early, though, in the game. But, of course, we'll wait and see. Mateo, the starter for York, comes set on the mound. Vega leads from first. And the first pitch, Vega takes off. Pitch is taken low. The throw down to second base is not in time. No, it goes into center field now. And Vega will take off for third. So Anthony Vega is going to get to third base with a 1-0 count on Dan Lyons. The Ducks have the tie-breaking run at third with nobody out here in the third inning. So Vega will get credit for the stolen base, his first of the postseason. It was a bang-bang play there at second. Vega slid in and then saw him get up, kind of overslide the bag, and I thought, what are you doing? And then I realized the ball went into center field. And so Vega took third on the error. We'll see who that error is on, whether it's Tejeda or the infielder. 1-0. Lyons takes a fastball high and tight. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. So Vega now 1 of 1 in the stolen base department in the playoffs. And the Revolution have committed the first error of the night. Now a fly ball here from Lyons could give the Ducks the first lead of the game. 2-0. High pop-up foul back behind the plate. This goes up and out of play. All right, so the count is now 2-1. The error will go on the catcher, Isaiah Tejeda, his first error of the postseason. He had a couple of rough throws in game 1 of the series at Bethpage Ballpark on stolen base attempts, but good defense prevented errors. 2-1. Popped up foul again back behind the plate, almost the exact same spot. And Mateo gets the count even at 2-2 on Lyons. In both instances, I believe it was the second baseman Ruby Silva who went back behind second and was able to back up the shortstop. In that instance, with Lyons initially squaring to bunt, Silva was heading towards first base, so couldn't really back up the shortstop. 2-2. Fastball, good check swing by Lyons as he takes up and out of the zone. Fans here want an appeal, but no way did Lyons break the plane of the plate. Now the count full at 3-2 on the Duck shortstop and 9-hitter, who is 3 of 18 in the playoffs with 3 RBIs. He is not homered yet. Here comes the payoff pitch. Vega takes his lead off third, and the 3-2 is low and away, ball 4. Good eye by Lyons as he takes down and out of the zone. First walk of the game given up by Mateo. And it's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
And third baseman number 6, Giovanni Alfonso.
So, back to the top of the order we go for Giovanni Alfonso. First pitch. Alfonso is swinging a foul tip into the glove of Isaiah Tejeda. He was ready to hack on a first pitch fastball from the righty and just missed it, bidding for that arch nemesis in left field. The count 0-1. What is the arch nemesis? We'll tell you here momentarily. Chris King and I, when we were on the air last night at Bethpage Ballpark, kind of previewed it a little bit for those who have never been here to PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania. Runners lead from the corners, the 0-1. Alfonso, a line drive into right field. Mitchell on the run, can't get it. It lands for a base hit. Vega will score. Lyons turns second. He's going to third. He'll stop right there. It's an RBI single for Giovanni Alfonso. Now the Ducks take the first lead here in Game 3. They go in front 1-0. That patented Giovanni Alfonso swing is 6th run batted in of the postseason, which leads all Ducks hitters. Dunked it in front of the right fielder Jared Mitchell, who tried to pick it up on the short hop and could not. Lyons goes from first to third on the play, and Vega scores the first run of the night for Long Island. Still nobody out. Runners still at the corners for the Ducks. That'll bring up the second baseman Elmer Reyes, batting in the number 2 spot for the Ducks. Mateo comes set on the mound. His first pitch. Runner goes from first, stops, line drive to third, caught by Simpson. Throw back to first. They got him. What a huge play for the York Revolution, and what a terrible break for Long Island. An absolute bullet off the bat of Reyes right at Simpson. Second Duck to hit a line drive to Simpson in this game. And Lyons scampered back quickly to third, but Alfonso had ranged too far off of first. And Simpson alertly threw back over there to complete the double play. So just like that, now 2 outs in the inning. Reyes 0 for 2, and unfortunate there as he hit a rocket, but right at Chase Simpson. So now with 2 down in the inning, that'll leave it up to Lou Ford to try and bring Lyons home from third. First pitch from Mateo. That's taken high and inside for ball 1. Boy, would it be a huge lift for Mateo. We'll have the first 3 to reach in this inning to get out of the frame with only 1 run given up. He's given up 3 hard hit balls in this inning. 2 for base hits and 1 for a loud double play. 1-0. Ford, a high pop-up in the air to left field, shallow. Going out is the shortstop Ryan Dent onto the grass, and he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Mateo is able to breathe somewhat of a sigh of relief as he gets out of what could have been a big inning for the Ducks. And an unfortunate break for Long Island. They will settle for 1 run in the inning on 2 hits and an error. And because of the double play, just 1 runner left on base. We have played 2.5 innings here in Game 3. The Ducks lead the Revolution 1-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, the Ducks get the game's opening run on an RBI single by Giovanni Alfonso. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and when Lou Ford popped out to the shortstop Ryan Dent for the final out of the top of the 3rd. That was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com.
How are you doing? I'll be right back.
So we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and it will be the 9-hitter Chase Simpson to lead things off for the Revolution, who have picked up a hit in each of the first 2 innings, but have failed to score. First pitch, and a breaking ball misses inside for ball 1 from John Brownell. Simpson, the third baseman and 9-hitter, 9 of 24 in the postseason, hitting .375 with a home run and 4 runs batted in. A guy who hit under 200 during the regular season for York, but really turned things on late and then again here in the postseason. 1-0 is popped up foul down the third baseline out of play. And so that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Ducks, who fell behind in the first inning of each of the first 2 games in this series, are able to get the first lead here in Game 3. Now the Ducks have to hope that change will be a signal of a change in the final outcome. But of course, a long way to go before we get to that point. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Brownell. Right-hander kicks and comes home, and Simpson will take upstairs on a fastball. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. It's Simpson, Harris, and Mitchell, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters here in the inning. Krause playing along the line at first base. Alfonso off the bag at third with the lefty hitter at the plate. 2-1. Brownell misses with a breaking ball low and inside. And Simpson trying to work his way on to begin this 3rd inning. Ducks now out hitting the Revolution in this game at 3-2. By the way, they have 2 errors up on that scoreboard there. I have to look and see exactly who the other errors were on. who the other error was on. I know one was on the catcher. Take a look and see here in a moment. 3-1. Ripped foul right into the Revolution dugout. He almost caught Jared Mitchell, who was waiting in the hole. And now Mitchell looking out towards Simpson, giving him some good-natured ribbing. He was fortunate to get out of the way. That was an absolute bullet off the bat of Chase Simpson and right into that opening on the near side of the dugout. Fortunately, it seems like everybody on the York side is okay. Never want to see injuries at this time of the year, especially on a foul ball like that. So we'll have a payoff pitch in this at-bat from Brownell to Simpson. Ducks right-hander kicks and comes home, and Simpson takes high and away for ball 4. Missed with a breaking ball, and so John Brownell has walked his first batter of the night, and Simpson is aboard to begin this third inning. So the other error I'm looking here, looks like it was charged to the right fielder Jared Mitchell, saying that that allowed Lyons to go from second base to third base. So 2 errors in that inning for the Revolution. They charged one to Tejeda on the throw that went into center, and another on the error by Jared Mitchell when he didn't come up with the ball, hit by Alfonso right away. That's a tough error to give. He was trying to go after it and then realized he wasn't going to come up with it. Alonzo Harris pops one up in the air near home plate. Who's going to call it? Looks like Giovanni Alfonso makes the call as Brownell ducks out of the way, and Alfonso makes the catch for the first out. So 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning as Harris is now 0 for 2. Harris had popped out to left, or really lined out to left, I should say, his first time up. And there, a mile-high pop-up on the infield, and Alfonso comes down from third, makes the call, and makes the catch. John Brownell, one of those pitchers who likes to make the catch when he can. He will trust himself more than he does sometimes his infielders, although he does trust his defense. Sometimes feels like he just wants to make the play, and pitchers normally are told to get out of the way on a pop-up. Alfonso was able to make the grab quickly. So 1 on 1 out, here's Jared Mitchell. Squares to bunt and ends up taking a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Mitchell had popped out to right his first time up back in the opening inning. Mentioned before that this is Brownell's first ever playoff appearance against the Revolution. Joined the Ducks late in 2012 after Long Island was defeated in the ALCS by York a year prior. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Mitchell takes a curveball that drops in at the knees for strike 2. And so Brownell has predominantly faced the Patriots in the playoffs, faced them in the 2013 ALCS and in the Liberty Division Championship Series each of the past 3 years. He has faced Southern Maryland twice in the playoffs, in the Liberty Division Championship Series in 2012 and 2013. And, of course, the Lancaster Barnstormers in the 2012 Atlantic League Championship Series. 0-2 is lined back the middle, caught by Brownell, and he'll throw to first for the double play. Just like Simpson got the double play in the top half of the inning, it is Brownell who induces the comebacker off the bat of Mitchell. He makes the catch and throws to first to double off Simpson. So that ends the inning in the third. For the Revolution, no runs, no hits, a walk in the inning, but because of the double play, nobody is left. 3 innings in the books in Game 3. The Ducks won, the Revolution nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new programs this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
To the fourth inning we go here in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Long Island Ducks lead it 1-0 over the York Revolution. New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Long Island Ducks, the Mets and Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. So we head to the fourth. The Ducks with a one-run lead still intact. Each team lined into a double play in the third inning, but it was the RBI single by Giovanni Alfonso that is the difference in this ball game. So as we go to the fourth, it'll be Mark Krause to lead off. Second time tonight he is leading off an inning. First pitch fastball hits the outside corner from Victor Mateo, and the count 0-1. Mateo's had a lot of experience against the Ducks this year. At one point made 3 consecutive starts all against Long Island. The 0-1 is on the outside corner again for strike 2. Pitched against the Ducks on Long Island August 31st. Opposing Brownell took a no decision in an 8-5 win, allowed 4 runs on 9 hits over just 4 1/3 innings. 0-2. Krause takes the off-speed pitch outside. Krause, by the way, singled to right his first time up back in the second inning. And then he pitched back-to-back starts in a span of 5 days here at PeoplesBank Park against Long Island. 1-2 pitch. Krause lifts this one foul to the third base side. On September the 7th, in game 1 of a doubleheader against Brownell, he took the loss. Allowed 4 runs on 8 hits and 2 walks in 5 1/3 innings, struck out 2, and the Ducks won that game 5-1 behind John Brownell's complete game 1-run performance. There's the 1-2. Down in the dirt. Good eye by Krause to get the count even. And then on September the 11th, which was a makeup game between these two teams after they had gotten rained out back-to-back nights here in York the week prior. He threw 5 innings of 2-hit ball, gave up just 1 unearned run. Krause fouls off another to the third base side. He did walk 5 in the outing, struck out 5 as well, and took a no decision in a game York won 2-1. So late in the year, the Ducks saw a lot of Victor Mateo, which is good somewhat and means they have a lot of experience against him. They know a lot about what he does. 2-2. Krause takes the fastball high and away, and a good job by the Ducks first baseman as he has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2. And Long Island had good success against Mateo this year in 5 starts. Mateo was 0-2 and had a 6.47 ERA, 18 runs, 17 earned in 23 2/3 innings. And Krause takes a fastball just off the outside corner for ball 4. Close pitch. Tejeda wanted it, has a couple words with home plate umpire David Speranza. Mateo had a long look in there after getting the baseball. But Mark Krause has drawn a leadoff walk. 3rd straight inning the Ducks have had the leadoff man on. It's the 2nd walk of the night issued by Mateo. It's brought to you as always by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in. So Krause is aboard to begin the 4th. Well, that'll bring up Alex Berg, the catcher, batting in the 5 spot, and he takes the first pitch high and inside for ball 1. Of course, Berg, his first time up, hit a bullet to third base, but it was caught by Chase Simpson, who had him played perfectly. The Ducks have had 2 rockets, both hit to third, both caught by Simpson. 1-0, chopped into the ground weakly up the third base line. It's going to kick foul, though, for Berg. A break there for the Revolution as that evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count on Berg, who will have to make his way back to home plate after the foul ball up the third base line, and a long wait here as he slowly makes his way back. Berg will then be followed by the designated hitter Angelo Sanko. Berg is ready to go again back at home plate with Kraus leading at first. Again, 1 for 1 in the stolen base department in the playoffs is Kraus. Getting the sign and coming set is Mateo. The 1-1 pitch. Berg swings and fouls it off to the first base side of home plate, out of play. And so now the count goes to 1-2. Crowd quiet for the moment here in York. They were raucous early, cheering on their hometown team, but the Ducks have done a good job to take the crowd out of it here in the early going. 1-2 pitch from Mateo, and Berg swings and fouls one off again, deep down the right field line this time. It goes fouling out of play. So we'll have yet another 1-ball, 2-strike pitch in this at-bat. What a great start to the postseason for Alex Berg, who was 8 for 21 to begin the playoffs after a season in which he hit just .225. 1-2. Ground ball hit sharply to short. Should be 2. Dent goes to second for 1. The turn to first. Got him. Double play. Throw beat Alex Berg by a step. So Alex Berg grounds into the 6-4-3 double play. That's the second double play hit into tonight by Long Island and the third in this ball game. So Krause and Berg will head back to the third base dugout. 2 down for Long Island, and that will leave it up to the designated hitter, Angelo Sanko. So here is Sanko to the plate from the left side, who popped out his first time up. That was back in inning number 2. He swings and misses, chasing one down and in for strike 1. So with a hard fastball there down and in, and Sanko went after it right away. Again, Angelo Sanko did not play last night as the starter. He came off the bench and picked up a pinch hit single in the 8th inning. 0-1 is down and in. This time he did not chase after it, and so that evens things up at 1-1. Ruben Gotay started as the DH last night in the 5 spot and was hit by a pitch twice. After the second time was pinch ran for by Jordan Hinshaw, who eventually scored. 1-1. Ripped on the ground at first base, gobbled up there by Telvin Nash. And he'll take it to the bag at first for the final out of the inning. So leadoff walk by Mark Krause, but nothing further. A double play and a ground out ends the inning. For the Ducks, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. After 3.5, it is still 1-0 Long Island.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. So we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Long Island Ducks 1-0 lead over the York Revolution. Let's get to our 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Well, we talked a lot earlier about today being the 4th anniversary of the Long Island Ducks 2013 Atlantic League Championship, when they defeated the Somerset Patriots in the 5th and deciding game of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series at TD Bank Ballpark 6-4 in what was just a tremendous series between the two teams, and arguably the best postseason series in league history. A ground ball weakly hit foul at the first base line by Ruby Silva for strike 1. But it is also the 4th anniversary of another terrific achievement by a former Long Island Duck. It happened on this date, on that same date, in 2013 that the Ducks won the Atlantic League title. This player also committed a tremendous achievement in the major leagues. Who was that player and what was the achievement? A one is ripped down the right field line by Silva. That's going to be a base hit. Heads to the wall. Vega goes to retrieve it. Silva on his way to second, and he is in there safely with a leadoff double. Second hit of the ball game for Ruby Silva, who had singled to right his first time up and now pulls a double down the right field line. Third hit of the night for York. Each team now with 3 hits. And for the Revolution, their second double. So that'll bring Telvin Nash up to the plate with the runner at second base and nobody out. Nash, who grounded out his first time up, will at least try and move the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. First pitch from John Brownell, Nash, and he'll take a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 1. Nash now just 4 for 21 in the postseason. Brownell looks to second, deals to the plate. Nash takes another breaking ball, this one just missing outside. Leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Silva, the runner at second base. He has scored 5 runs in the postseason for the York Revolution. That is the most by any York player thus far in the playoffs. Brownell looking back his way. Now the 1-1. Nash chopper over the mound towards the middle of the infield. Reyes thought about throwing to third. Instead, he'll take the shore out at first. And there is out number 1 here in the 4th inning, but Nash gets the job done as he gets the runner over to third with less than 2 outs. If it was more of a sharply hit ground ball, although at that point I don't even know if Reyes gets it, might have thought about going to third, but the Ducks are not going to try any risky plays, obviously with their backs to the wall. They don't want to take any risky plays that can lead to a bigger inning, so they'll take the shore out when they can get it. They get that out at first, and now runner at third with 1 out. Here's the lefty swinging Michael Burgess. Infield pretty much in all the way around. First pitch breaking ball is high and away for ball 1. Alfonso probably the tightest in at third base. The shortstop and second baseman about halfway. And Krause about a third of the way back at first base. Brownell set at the belt, his 1-0. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Good curveball, and Burgess was way out in front of it. And so that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Burgess was a strikeout victim his first time up, leading off the 2nd inning. 1 of 2 strikeouts on the night for Brownell. Right-handers 1-1. Burgess swings and smacks the breaking ball to the third base dugout foul. Right off the facing of the dugout, and so that runs the count to 1-2. Each team with 3 hits. The Revolution with a runner at third base for the first time tonight. And they're trying to get Silva home to even up the score at 1 apiece. Burgess with 6 RBIs in the postseason. Here's the 1-2. And he swings and pops it foul off to the first base side. Brownell tried to beat him up and inside. And Burgess fought it off, keeping the count at 1-2. Burgess had another strong season for the Revolution. He battled injury during the course of the year, but ended up playing in 117 games. He had 264, 17 homers, 66 runs batted in. Let's go Revs chant up from the crowd. That'll be a 1-2 from Brownell. Comes home, and Burgess swings and misses for strike 3. Beat him with a high fastball. So Burgess goes down swinging for the 2nd time tonight. That's the 3rd strikeout for Brownell. And that will allow the infielders to back up with 2 down in the inning. And it will leave it up to the catcher, Isaiah Tejeda. is Tejeda to the plate, who has the only other hit aside from the 2 from Silva. He doubled over the head of Lou Ford in left field back in the second inning. And he comes up here trying to bring in Silva from third to tie the game at 1. Defense shifted towards the left side. And the first pitch from Brownell is a breaking ball that misses down and away for ball 1. Tejeda with his 3rd double of the postseason back in the second inning. During the regular season, Revolution catcher was splendid once again for York, had 33 doubles on the year. There's a 1-0. Fastball runs high, and now Brownell behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Those 33 doubles hit by Tejeda, 1 shy of the team lead. Jared Mitchell at 34. Tejeda's been a big presence in this York Revolution lineup. With all their big hitters, he actually is down in the number 6 spot of the order. Shows you how deep their lineup is. 2-0 is lined down the right field line. Foul. Oh, Tejeda just missed an RBI double by a couple of feet down by the Revolution bullpen. Anthony Vega will flip it up into the bullpen balcony seating section. So there's strike 1 from Brownell. 2-1 the count now on Tejeda. Ducks with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. And Brownell trying to work around a leadoff double from Ruby Silva. There's the 2-1 delivery. Tejeda takes a breaking ball. That misses low. And now a good hitter's count for the Revolution catcher at 3 balls and 1 strike. If Tejeda reaches Travis Witherspoon, the center fielder will be next. Raise the second baseman shaded towards the middle. Kraus, though, not too far over to his right at first. 3-1. Breaking ball misses down and away for ball 4. Good eye by Tejeda on a close pitch, but he draws the 2-out walk. It's the second walk of the night issued by John Brownell, and now York with runners at the corners and 2 down. Tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first, and here is the center fielder, Travis Witherspoon. Obviously not what you want to do with 2 outs walking a batter, but Tejeda a very good hitter. Not that Witherspoon isn't, but Tejeda certainly with a better average during the year and during the postseason. So Brownell seemed like he was pitching carefully to Tejeda, and now he's got to face the righty Witherspoon. First pitch on the way, he will take up and away from Brownell for ball 1. Ducks right-hander currently is at 55 pitches on the night, 37 of them for strikes. Defense remains shifted towards the left side. Kraus holds on the runner at first base. 1-0 delivery. Witherspoon swings and misses. Foul tipped it into the glove of Berg. And that evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tense moments here at PeoplesBank Park with the Revolution fans trying to will their team to at least tie this game up with Long Island. Brownell trying to get out of it. Here is the 1-1. And Witherspoon takes a breaking ball down in the dirt again. A good eye. And so the count goes to 2-1. And no surprise to see Brownell pitching out of the zone a little bit, trying to get Witherspoon a chase. He is a bit of a free swinger, but at the same time, this Revolution team, like they showed in the first 2 games of this series, showing some good patience, trying to make the Ducks starters and relievers work. And trying to make Brownell work here to try and get this final out of the inning. 2-1 delivery. Witherspoon takes a fastball that zips over the outside corner for strike 2. Witherspoon asked David Speranza about the location. Got an answer and seemed to say okay. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on in this bottom half of the 4th inning. Brownell stares in for the sign from his catcher, Alex Berg, and out comes set up on the rubber. Silva leads from third, Tejeda from first. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball hit towards the middle. Dan Lyons, the shortstop there, flips the second baseman, Elmer Reyes, for the force. And that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Good job by John Brownell to work around the leadoff double by Silva and the 2-out walk issued to Tejeda. So in the inning, no runs for the Revolution. They pick up a hit and a walk and leave both runners on base. 4 innings are complete here on this beautiful Friday night in York. The Ducks 1 and the Revolution nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
To the 5th inning we go. The Ducks 1 and the Revolution nothing. And as we head to the 5th inning, let's give you the answer to our 4th inning trivia question where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that was, we told you how on this date 4 years ago, the Ducks won their 3rd Atlantic League championship as they defeated the Somerset Patriots. It's also the 4th anniversary today of another tremendous moment for a former Long Island Duck in his Major League career. What was the achievement and who was the player? We were going to play you the audio. Unfortunately, we are having some internet issues here in the press box at PeoplesBank Park, so we will have to instead just let you know what it was. And the first pitch taken high and outside for ball 1, and that was when Henderson Alvarez turned in a no-hitter for the Miami Marlins on the final day of the 2013 season. Fastball here, hits the knees for a strike, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. I should say hits the outside corner at the knees. So 1-1 on Cleary Jr., who grounded into a force out at second base to end the 2nd inning. 1-1, fouled straight back to the screen. And the count goes to 1-2. Alvarez tossed a no-hitter against the Detroit Tigers at Marlins Park on the final day of the season, and the odd thing about it was he did not know he had the no-hitter after his 9 no-hit innings. They had to go to the bottom of the 9th because the game was tied at 0. 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3 as Mateo blew the fastball by Cleary Jr. upstairs. First strike out of the 9th for Mateo, and there's one away here in the top of the 5th inning. So with one out, that'll bring up Anthony Vega, and I vividly remember watching that in the press box at TD Bank Ballpark, getting ready for Game 5 of that that Atlantic League Championship Series, seeing Alvarez come through with the no-hitter and thinking how odd it was, the circumstances behind it, as this misses outside for ball 1. A great way to end a season that was playoff-less for the Marlins, and for Alvarez to have thrown 9 no-hit innings but not have a no-hitter because the Marlins weren't winning. 1-0 is high, and that is ball 2. And sure enough, it took a walk-off wild pitch that allowed the Marlins to score the only run of the game, and Alvarez was mobbed by his teammates on the field afterwards. And of course, 4 years later, Alvarez was a member of the Ducks. Fouled off the mask of Tejeda and back to the screen. So the count goes to 2-1 on Vega, who singled to right his first time up and had scored the only run of the game. That was leading off the 3rd inning. So less than 4 years after that tremendous achievement, Alvarez suits up with the Ducks and now back in the major leagues with the Philadelphia Phillies. 2-1. That's down and away. Good eye by Vega, who runs the count to 3-1. And from what I have heard, he is scheduled to face the New York Mets this weekend in the final series of the season at Citizens Bank Park. Close out the regular season. 3-1, and that's down low for ball 4. Anthony Vega draws a 1-out walk. Second time he has been on base tonight. And for Victor Mateo, that is the third walk he has allowed in the ballgame. It's brought to you again by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So that's going to bring Paul Fletcher, the pitching coach for the Revolution, out of the dugout. And he is going to have a conversation with his right-hander, Mateo, to try and just get him settled down a little bit. Obviously, he's gotten a little erratic with some of his location. Obviously, Revolution will do everything in their power to try and end this series in 3 games here tonight. The Ducks are going to do everything in their power to try and keep the series going. So that is going to bring up the shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons, who will bat from the right side. And Vega, the runner at first base, we'll see if he tries to take off for second again like he did 2 innings ago, when he swiped second and went to third on a throwing error. First pitch, Lyons takes outside. It actually goes off the glove of the catcher, Tejeda. Back behind the plate, Vega, big turn at second. He's going to stop right there. They're going to roll a pass ball on Tejeda, saying he should have caught that one off his glove. So it goes back behind the plate, and to second base goes Vega. So now he'll definitely not be stealing second because he's already there. Here's the pitch, and the fastball runs upstairs. Good eye by Lyons. So the count now goes to 2-0. So it's 2-0 on Lyons, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance back in the 3rd inning. Trying to drive in Vega from second to extend this lead for the Ducks at 1. 2-0, fastball just missed the inside corner, and another long look in from Victor Mateo, who thought he had strike one. More boos raining down from the crowd. So it's now 3-0 on Lyons. He was trying to draw now back-to-back walks, which would put 2 on with 1 out for Giovanni Alfonso. Mateo gets the sign and comes set. Vega leads off second, the 3-0. Taken all the way. That's in for a strike. A mock cheer up now from the crowd at David Speranza, the home plate umpire. Lyons drawing his 5th walk of the postseason back in the 3rd inning. Eventually made it to third, but got stranded there thanks to the double play hit into by Reyes and the pop out by Ford. Good hitters count. The 3-1 pitch. Lyons pops it up behind the plate foul, so go back into the seats out of play. Good job by Mateo to work the count from 3-0 to 3-2. Now we'll see if Lyons is able to get aboard here or drive in Vega before Alfonso, who is driven in the only run of the night, comes up to the plate. Here comes the payoff pitch, kicks and fires, and Lyons bloops this one in the air to shallow left center. Dent going out, reaches up, can't make the catch. It lands for a base hit. Going for third is Vega. He slides in safely. It's a base hit for Dan Lyons to shallow left center. And now the Ducks with runners at the corners and 1 out for Giovanni Alfonso. So good effort by Dent, racing back out into the outfield to try and corral it, but just over his head. And it lands in for a single. Vega had to wait to make sure that ball wasn't caught. So he's only able to make it to third base. But now runners at first and third with 1 out, and up to the plate is going to step Giovanni Alfonso. So it's Alfonso from the right side. First pitch. Swings it, smacks it hard, but foul down the third base line, scattering the Ducks bullpen. And the count 0-1 on Alfonso, who's 1 for 2 on the night, now 7 for 27 in the playoffs. Picked up his team-leading 6th run batted in with the base hit in front of Jared Mitchell. In the third, that scored Vega from third base. Let's go Revs is the chant here at PeoplesBank Park. The 0-1 from Mateo. Down and away. Good job by Tejeda to snare that one on the backhand. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael Click is warming up in the Revolution bullpen down the right field line. One thing that Mateo sometimes had during the year was those short starts that went only 4 or 5 innings as he got into trouble. 1-1. Alfonso fouls this one back to the screen behind the plate. Breaking ball from Mateo, and Alfonso knocks it backward. So the count goes to 1-2. And Mateo starts against the Ducks this season. He went less than 5 innings 3 times, exactly 5 innings once, and 5 1/3 once. That was his longest outing of the year against the Ducks. He has gone 4 1/3 thus far tonight. Vega leads from third, Lyons from first. The 1-2 pitch, Alfonso swings and fouls off another straight back behind the plate. So we'll do it once again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Elmer Reyes. The Ducks now out hitting the Revolution 4-3. They lead by a run, and Long Island trying to add to it here. Another 1-2 from Mateo. Alfonso bloops one in the air, foul down the right field line. This will sail back into the seats. Mateo, by the way, now up to 77 pitches on the night, 48 of them for strikes. His pitch count certainly not sky high by any stretch of the imagination, but the Ducks are doing a terrific job battling with him here over these last couple innings, forcing him into some longer counts. Another 1-2. Down in the dirt, it goes through the legs of Tejeda. Vega going to scamper home from third. Lyons will go to second and stop there. And on the ball down low, Vega comes home and scores and extends the Ducks' lead to 2-0. So 2 balls that have gotten behind Isaiah Tejeda in this inning. One, a pass ball that allowed Vega to go to second. And in this case, a wild pitch thrown by Victor Mateo down into the dirt, and it goes right through the 5-hole of Tejeda back behind the plate. So a run comes in to score, and it is now a 2-2 ball game. A 2-0 ball game and a 2-2 count. Lyons takes his lead from second base. Mateo gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 2-2. Alfonso a swing and a tapper foul. Another foul ball from Alfonso, who continues to battle with Victor Mateo. What a year it was for Giovanni Alfonso this season for Long Island. Led the team in batting at .309. He had 4 homers, 45 runs batted in. It was, without question, the Ducks' most consistent hitter this year. 2-2. Swing and a miss, though, for strike 3 as he chased the breaking ball down low. Second strikeout of the inning and of the game for Mateo. So Alfonso now 1 for 3. 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Elmer Reyes to the plate. Ducks obviously would love a base hit in this situation to try and put a crooked number up on the scoreboard and extend the lead to 3. They have Lyons at second base with 2 outs in the inning. First pitch on the way from Mateo. Reyes takes a fastball strike over the outside corner. Reyes popped out to the shortstop Ryan Dennis first time up, and then in the third with runners at the corners and nobody out, he had an absolute rocket, but right at third baseman Chase Simpson, who caught it and threw back to first to double up Alfonso. Tough break for Reyes, the 0-1, and that misses high and tight, even up the count at 1-1. So he's trying to atone for that here, though really not much to atone for. He did his job. He hit the ball right on the button. And it's very hard to really ask for much more of a hitter in that situation, but unfortunately it did not work out for the Ducks in that spot. Looking in for the sign is Mateo, and now he comes set. The 1-1. Reyes checks his swing on a breaking ball. They appeal the first, and they say he went around. First base umpire here tonight making that call, and that was Jorge Terran. So Reyes goes around on the check swing, and now behind in the count at 1-2. Mateo trying to get out of this inning with only the 1 run allowed. He allowed a walk, a pass ball, a single, and then a wild pitch bringing in the run to give Long Island a 2-run advantage. This one skied in the air to center field. Backing up on it, Travis Witherspoon. He is there to make the catch. And that will retire the side here in inning number 5. But the Ducks add to their lead as they pick up a run on 1 hit and 1 walk in the inning. They also get a pass ball and a wild pitch to help them out. No errors and a runner left on base. Halfway through here in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, the Ducks 2, the Revolution nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, the Long Island Ducks now out in front by a count of 2-0 over the York Revolution, with the Ducks trying to keep their season alive. Anthony Vega has scored both runs for Long Island tonight, one on an RBI single by Giovanni Alfonso, the other on a wild pitch from Victor Mateo. And now John Brownell back to the mound for Long Island to begin his 5th inning of work. He misses low and away with a breaking ball, and there is ball 1. Leadoff hitter is Ryan Dent, the shortstop and 8-hitter, who thus far tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up back in inning number 2. And here he swings through one to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And then went down looking his first time up. That's one of 3 strikeouts that John Brownell has thus far in the ball game. And thus far he has allowed a total of 3 hits along with 2 walks, but has yet to yield a run. Brownell gets the sign from Berg. Here is the 1-1. Dent to swinging a ground ball to third. Gobbled up by Alfonso. He juggled it, then throws to first, and it's in time. Good job by Alfonso to stay with it, as that ground ball ate him up a little bit, but recovers and gets the out. So Dent retired for the 2nd time tonight, and there's the first out in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Bring Chase Simpson up to the plate. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Yankees winners already today. They shut out the Toronto Blue Jays 4-0 at Yankee Stadium in an afternoon affair. The winning pitcher was Masahiro Tanaka, who improved to 13-12. He struck out 15 over 7 shutout innings. Joe Biagini was the loser, fell to 3-13, and Aroldis Chapman with his 21st save of the year. Timeout here as Brownell steps off the mound, back behind it. Greg Bird had 2 RBIs to lead the way for the Yankees in the shutout win. The pressure on the Red Sox, who are trailing 1-0 right now to the Houston Astros. The Yankees trying to keep their AL East division hopes alive. Yankees would have to win all 3 games. Boston would have to lose all 3 this weekend. First pitch here to Chase Simpson. He swings and taps it weakly to third base, charging in Alfonso. He fields. The off-balance throw to first is in time. So Chase Simpson retired on the ground ball to third. Simpson now 0 for 1 with a walk in the ground out, and there's the 2nd out here in this 5th inning. Mets trailing the Phillies right now 4-1 through 3 innings at Citizens Bank Park. Starting pitcher for the Mets tonight, Matt Harvey, and the starter for the Phillies is Ben Lively. Jose Reyes hit his 15th home run of the year for the Mets. And for the Phillies, Michael Franco going deep with his 22nd of the season. First pitch to Alonzo Harris, and he takes down the outside corner for strike one. Harris 0 for 2 thus far tonight with a fly out to left and a pop out to third base in his 2 at-bats in the ballgame. Preseason hockey, Islanders and Sabres tied at 1 in the second period up in Buffalo. Anders Lee with a goal for the Islanders, Sam Reinhart for the Sabres. Called strike here. Brownell quickly ahead at 0-2 on Alonzo Harris. Brownell is yet to retire the side in order in this game. A strike 3 away from doing so here. Did face the minimum 3 batters back in the third, but allowed a leadoff walk in that inning. There's the 0-2. Breaking ball misses downstairs. So it is 1-2 on Harris. We've talked about quite a bit during this series, but in the estimation of this broadcaster and many others around the Atlantic League, likely to be the Atlantic League's Player of the Year this year, hit .315 during the regular season, 23 homers, 73 runs batted in, 89 runs. As he takes low here for ball 2, he had 145 hits, 31 stolen bases on the season in 44 attempts. Plays multiple positions and plays them very well defensively. He can play any of the outfield spots. He can play second base as well. A very valuable piece to this Revolution lineup and hitting in the leadoff spot of the order. 2-2. Popped up foul behind the plate. This will go upstairs and out of play. So we will do it once again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job by Harris here to try and battle with Brownell. Drive up his pitch count a bit and try and get a board here in this bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 is on the outside corner, strike 3. Harris knew it. An excellent breaking ball for Brownell, who has now thrown 5 shutout innings tonight. His 4th strikeout of the night, and it's another PSEG Long Island energy-efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. So we head to the 6th. The Ducks in front of the Revolution, 2-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more.
Lou Ford will lead off the 6th inning for the Ducks, who lead it 2-0 in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, and he takes a fastball strike over the inside corner from Victor Mateo, back to the mound for his 6th inning of work, and the count 0-1. Ford tonight 0 for 2. He has popped out to the shortstop twice. Here another strike, and Ford quickly behind at 0-2. It was a tough night last night for Lou Ford, who went 0 for 5 in the game after going 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs in Game 1 of the series. 0-2 delivery here, and he chases way down and outside for strike 3. Not a good swing there from Lou Ford. 3 pitches, he is quickly retired, and that is strikeout number 3 from Mateo. And the first out here in the 6th inning. obviously in games this important for the Ducks at this stage of the year, every at-bat is so critical, especially trailing 2-0 in a best-of-5 series. So Ducks, from this point on, and really from the start of this game on, have to show tremendous plate discipline. They have to get the big outs that they need when they're on the field and come up with the clutch hits that they need at the plate. The Ducks have scored single runs in 2 innings tonight, but have not been able to get that really big hit that they need to kind of break the game open or put a crooked number on the board. Mark Krause at the plate. He takes outside for ball 1. Krause, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, has been on twice tonight, a single to right in the 2nd and a walk in the 4th. Breaking ball here, that hits the outside corner for a strike. Now leaving up the count at 1-1. Krause getting aboard twice in this game after last night, going 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. He lines one hard to right. Jared Mitchell is able to retreat and make the catch. And Krause retired for the first time tonight. There is out number 2 in this 6th inning. Last inning, the Revolution had action in their bullpen. Michael Klick warming up as Mateo was starting to labor a bit. He is now at 90 pitches on the night, 58 of them for strikes. Trying to navigate through this 6th inning with the lead lead for the Ducks at 2. Does not want it to grow any further, obviously. Here's Alex Berg from the right side. First pitch is taken just low and away, and that is ball 1. Delivery. Berg takes a breaking ball that hits the inside corner. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Berg, who tonight hit the ball hard at 3rd, but it was caught on a liner in the 2nd and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 4th. Checks a swing on a high breaking ball. They want an appeal at first base. They get it. And Jorge Terran says no swing. And so the count goes to 2-1 on the Ducks catcher. Meanwhile, Victor Mateo has failed to retire the side in order since the 1st inning, and now he's an out away from doing that in the 6th inning. 3 pop-outs to begin the game. 2-1, swing and a miss as Alex Berg goes fishing. Chases down and away. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out and the base is empty. The Ducks leading 2-0 in the top half of the 6th inning. Getting this on and coming set is Mateo. Here's the pitch. Berg checks his swing and takes low and away on a hard slider. I'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it'll be a payoff pitch here as Alex Berg trying to get aboard. Angelo Sanko waiting in the on-deck circle. Mateo gets the sign from Tejeda, comes set on the mound. Here's the payoff pitch, and Berg will swing and foul this one back to the screen. Got a breaking ball and got enough to fight it off. We'll do it again at 3-2. Alex Berg was our guest here on the pregame show if you're just joining us, and from his mouth before the game said this season was the most fun he has ever had playing professional baseball. His first season on Long Island and in the Atlantic League. It's not an uncommon comment. 3-2. High fastball missed for ball 4. Mateo tried to get him to chase, and a good job by Berg to lay off. So Alex Berg draws the 2-out walk here in inning number 6. And for Victor Mateo, that is the 4th walk he has issued tonight. It's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. And with that walk, that will spell the end of the night for Victor Mateo. Mark Mason, the manager for the Revolution, coming out of the dugout. He's been playing matchups all series. He's going to do so again tonight. A left-hander coming out of the bullpen. Good work by Mateo tonight. Had to battle through, but gave the Revolution 5 2/3 solid innings. He leaves trailing by 2, but getting a nice hand from the fans as he exits to the first base side. So the fans do give him a nice applause. We'll take a break and step aside. Top of the 6th inning in York. The Ducks leading the Revolution by the count of 2-0.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here in York, Pennsylvania, Michael Pollack here with you. We are in the top half of the sixth inning. Alex Berg just drew a two-out walk against Victor Mateo, and Revolution manager Mark Mason goes to his bullpen. He calls upon left-hander Luke Westfall to come in and face the lefty hitting Angelo Sanco. So our first pitching change of the night after 5 2/3 innings. Pretty well done by Mateo. Did not get hit up hard like he was often by the Ducks during the course of the season. He leaves trailing, so he cannot get the win here tonight, but certainly has kept his team in the ballgame. Here's Angelo Sanco to the plate. First pitch from Westfall is down in the dirt, kicks away from the catcher Tejeda, and that's going to allow Alex Berg to go to second base. So a wild pitch thrown there by Westfall, not the way he wanted to start his relief appearance. As it now gets Alex Berg in a scoring position. Second wild pitch thrown by a Revolution pitcher in this game. Mateo had one. First wild pitch of the postseason for Westfall, and what is now his third appearance of the playoffs. 1-0. Sanco a ground ball foul up the first baseline. Scatters a bunch in the Revolution dugout. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Westfall in his two appearances thus far in the postseason, 1 1/3 scoreless innings. He has given up just 1 hit and has struck out 4. Has not walked a batter. And obviously this a lefty-lefty situation with Sanco at the plate. That's why he's brought in. Be a 1-1. Berg leads from second. The pitch. Sanco rips one hard again, foul, almost to the exact same spot on the first base side, and the count goes to 1-2. Sanco getting the start here tonight. He started game 1 of the championship series and took an 0 for 5 at the plate. Got a hit in his pinch hit appearance yesterday. And is 0 for 2 tonight with a pop-up to short and a ground out to first base. Obviously an important piece of this Ducks lineup. Now they need him to get going if the Ducks want to complete this comeback in the championship series. He's trying to drive in Berg from second base after Berg drew a 2-out walk. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Westfall. Looks to second, deals to the plate, and Sanco checks his swing, takes low and away. That'll even up the count at 2-2. If you're joining us tonight and you've noticed any sort of issues with our score graphic, apologize for the delay. Some internet issues here in the press box in York with many reporters and media here covering this. And so that has slowed down the internet a bit, and we have some delays, and that's why you might be experiencing that, but we appreciate your patience as they work out the kinks. 2-2 delivery. Sanco a check swinging a ball down in the dirt. He went around for strike 3. Tejeda will apply the tag, and that will end the inning. So Alex Berg chases out of the zone for strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout for Revolution pitching tonight. So in the inning for the Ducks, no runs, no hits, a walk, and they leave a runner in scoring position. 5.5 complete tonight in York, and the Ducks still lead it 2-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, Ducks fans, we thank you for following all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge. The Ducks needed to hit 100 to meet that challenge, and they went on to hit 110 during the regular season. By meeting the challenge, Chappies Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappies Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks lead it 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th here in Game 3. John Brownell, with 74 pitches on the night, goes back out for his 6th inning of work. And he is going to face the lefty swinging Jared Mitchell to begin this bottom half of the 6th inning. So Victor Mateo's night is done. Good work by Luke Westfall to come in and retire Angelo Sanko on a strikeout. Here is Jared Mitchell, who is 0 for 2. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Revolution. And the first pitch from Brownell is swung and hit high in the air to right field down the line. Long run over for Anthony Vega near the line, and he'll reach up and make the catch in fair territory for the first out. Looked like a pretty good swing off the bat there from Mitchell, but again, didn't sound like he had all of it. Got under it. Vega had a run towards the line quickly, very similar to like what we saw for the final out of the Liberty Division Championship Series. And just like that, Vega able to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Brownell here in the 6th inning. Brownell retired the side in order for the first time tonight in the 5th, getting 2 groundouts to third and striking out Alonzo Harris looking. He's got 4 strikeouts and 2 walks on the night. Does Brownell. First pitch here, misses low and inside for ball 1 to Ruby Silva. Silva and Tejeda have been the 2 that have given Brownell trouble tonight. Silva 2 for 2, a single and a double. Tejeda a double and a walk. And between the 2, the only 2 hits of the game against Brownell. A little dribbler up the first baseline is going to kick foul. While Krause will grab it in foul territory, and Silva will have to make the long trek back to home plate now with a count of 1-1. Very similar to last night in it being a good pitcher's duel between these 2 teams. And this isn't the first time Brownell and Mateo have faced off against each other this year, so. Mateo did everything in his power to keep the game as close as it is. Brownell is doing everything in his power with the Ducks' backs against the wall to try and keep this series alive. So it'll be a 1-1 pitch here to the lefty swinging Silva. From the windup, Brownell kicks and comes home. The 1-1 is lined up the middle into center field. Another base hit for Ruby Silva. His 3rd hit in 3 at-bats tonight. A hanger over the middle of the plate, and Silva did with it what he was supposed to. So Silva has been aboard all 3 times he has faced Brownell. That is the 4th hit of the game for York, each team with 4. And a 1-out base runner for the Revolution as Telvin Nash will come up to the plate. Silva joined the Revolution late. He played in 7 games for York down the stretch and was 11 for 29, a .379 average. And has taken that into the postseason, came in hitting .370 in the playoffs tonight, now with 3 more hits. Here's Telvin Nash, who's 0 for 2. First pitch on the way from Brownell. And Nash will take on the inside corner, a good slider for strike 1. Nash has grounded out twice, once on a comebacker back to Brownell, and the other on a grounder to second base in the 4th, which is more of a chopper over the middle that Reyes got and threw to first for the out, but it did move Silva to 3rd. It'll be an 0-1. Brownell fires home, and Nash will take a slider outside. That evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just a beautiful night for baseball here in York. A good crowd on hand. Fans here hoping and praying for a celebration at the end of the night. The Ducks fans who have traveled hoping they will see a Saturday, game 4. 1-1. Breaking ball is low, taken by Nash. A good block at home plate by Berg. And the count goes to 2-1. No action for the Revolution in their bullpen, so it appears as though Westfall will come back out and pitch in the 7th inning. You got the switch hitter Cleary Jr. and the lefty Vega to begin, so that would be no surprise if that ends up being the case. Krause holds on the runner at first. Again, Reyes is shaded towards the middle at second base. Alfonso right along the line at third. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch from Brownell to Nash. Here it comes, and Nash swings and misses. A weak hack on a curveball up and in. Started up and in, then broke back towards the middle of the plate. And Nash was way out in front. So that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nash at the plate. Michael Burgess waiting in the on-deck circle. Nash joined the team late this year as well in the second half, but yielded great results. Brownell's 2-2. Breaking ball missed under the hands inside. A good eye again by Nash, and that'll run the count full. Telvin Nash, after beginning the season in the White Sox organization, hit .282 in 48 games. He had 16 home runs and 39 runs batted in. Many guys don't hit 16 in a career if it's short, let alone a full season. But Nash is a big power hitter. He was that last year before he got his contract purchased. Throw over to first by Brownell, keeping Silva close. And Silva had 1 stolen base in 1 attempt during the regular season, but has not stolen yet here in the playoffs. With the 3-2 count, the Revs might put him in motion with Nash at the plate to try and get a hit and run going. So we'll have a 3-2 delivery from Brownell. He comes set. Silva takes off, and Nash takes inside for ball 4. Brownell missed the inside corner, so Telvin Nash draws a 1-out walk. The 3rd walk of the night issued by Brownell. And York now has the tying runs on base with only 1 out in the 6th inning, and Michael Burgess coming up to the plate.
Now batting for the York Revolution, your designated hitter, number 21, Michael Burgess.
So York with their second opportunity here with 2 guys on at the same time. First time with less than 2 outs though. Got a leadoff double in the 4th and then a 2-out walk and came up empty. Now they've got 2 on with 1 out. And here is Burgess, who has struck out twice. First pitch from Brownell. Burgess takes a big breaking ball at the belt for strike 1. Brownell got Burgess to swing through pitches in the 2nd and the 4th. 1 a breaking ball down low, 1 a high fastball. Obviously here looking for a ground ball at one of his infielders, but he'll certainly take a strikeout. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Burgess will swing at a ground ball at the first baseline, foul. Goes down into the Revolution bullpen. Brownell quickly ahead of Burgess here at 0-2. You got an 0-2 count. You can try and expand the zone again. Try and get him to chase out of the zone for strike 3. If you do, you might throw more up high than down low. You don't want to risk a ball getting away from Berg and then allowing the runners to advance to 2nd and 3rd. We'll see. 0-2 count here on Burgess. Silva leads from 2nd and Nash from 1st. 0-2. Burgess took a breaking ball down low. He started to go, but was able to hold up. A good job by Berg to block it. So Brownell did try to get him to chase downstairs. Burgess thought about it, but did not. And it's 1-2. After Burgess, it'll be Isaiah Tejeda, who has been aboard twice against Brownell in this game. Ducks right-hander gets what he likes from Berg. Here is the 1-2. All right, Burgess will swing it, just got a piece of it. Fouled it off the inner leg or foot of Alex Berg, who was shaken up at home plate. It looks like he'll be all right to stay in, and Chris King and I talked about it yesterday. The type of warrior that Alex Berg is. He has caught more this season than he has in his entire professional career. This is 6th professional season, and he has caught more than at any other point in his career. Also plays in the outfield and has done just a tremendous job. He's taken so many hard foul balls. It's actually his 7th professional season, my mistake. Trying to get the second out here is Brownell. He shakes off Berg. Now has the pitch he likes, but Burgess, calls timeout. And now Berg wants to go out and get on the same page with his right-hander. You got all the Bs out there. You have John Brownell on the mound, Alex Berg at the plate, and Michael Burgess at the plate. Berg catching and Burgess hitting. So lots of Bs out there on the battery between home plate and the pitcher's mound. Revolution fans, many of them waving the rally towels they got when they came in. Trying to will Michael Burgess to a big hit here. I can get the Revolution on the scoreboard, trailing by 2. Silva the runner at second, and Nash the runner at first. Silva with the better speed. 1-2. That's on the inside corner for strike 3. A cutter from John Brownell, and he got Burgess to take it at the knees. The fans didn't like the call, but Burgess knew it was strike 3. So strikeout number 5 on the night for John Brownell, his 3rd looking. Burgess has the hat trick with 3 strikeouts. And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the catcher and 6th hitter, Isaiah Tejeda. Brownell now up to 89 pitches in this game. I've been told that Rob Rogers is getting loose in the bullpen, although right now not throwing. He had started to throw during that last at bat. And here is Tejeda, who has doubled and walked against Brownell. Right-hander comes set on the mound. First pitch, Tejeda takes a breaking ball that just missed the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Great season for Tejeda this year, a .300 batting average, 17 homers, 78 runs batted in. Brownell, meanwhile, trying to escape a 2-on-1 out jam. 1-0 delivery. Tejeda takes a fastball. That one hits the inside corner for a strike to even things up at 1-1. With Tejeda at the plate, Alfonso playing close to the line at third base. Lyons shifted over to his right a bit at shortstop. And Elmer Reyes shaded towards the middle at second base. It'll be a 1-1 pitch. Reyes creeping in, backs off now, and Tejeda lines one into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Silva. The throw will go into third base. Sliding in safely is Ruby Silva. An RBI single with 2 out for Isaiah Tejeda. York is on the scoreboard, and they close to within 2-1. So John Brownell has still not been able to figure out Silva and Tejeda. They have each reached 3 times in this game. And Tejeda gets the Revolution on the scoreboard. Another 2-out hit and 2-out run given up by the Ducks. And it is Tejeda with his 3rd RBI of the postseason that makes this a 1-run game. So Tejeda drives in the run. Silva scores his 6th run of the postseason. And now Billy Horn, the pitching coach for the Ducks, is out of the dugout to have a conversation with his right-hander to try and settle him down. Brownell has been terrific tonight. He allowed a single and a walk with 1 out in the inning, struck out Burgess. It allows the RBI single to Tejeda, and now Travis Witherspoon will be the batter trying to tie up this game. So the crowd here at PeoplesBank Park, which has not had much to cheer about all night with the work that Brownell has done, is now making some noise and waving their towels. A tying run at second in the form of Telvin Nash. The go-ahead run at first in the form of Isaiah Tejeda. And the first pitch on the way from Brownell to Witherspoon is a breaking ball that just missed. I'm guessing high. It was right over the middle of the plate. Brownell not happy about it on the mound. Looked like a curveball that started up but broke right over the belt as it came into the plate. And David Speranza thought otherwise, so it's 1-0. Brownell comes set. Here's the pitch, and Witherspoon takes down and away, and now it is 2 balls and no strikes. John Brownell certainly cannot affect a call like that. Not let a call like that affect him at this stage of the game. Obviously, there is too much importance on this at-bat and on this game for the Ducks to let a potential missed call get to you. He's got to find a way to get out of this inning with the lead still intact. Good hitters count for Witherspoon, though. The 2-0 pitch, and he will take a fastball. That misses low. And there's 3 balls and no strikes on Travis Witherspoon. Ryan Dent would be next for the Revolution. I have to think here, Witherspoon likely taking all the way at 3-0 to try and get the bases loaded for Dent. Witherspoon is 0-for-2 with a pair of ground balls to short. There's the 3-0. He swings away and misses for strike 1. I have no idea why on earth you would swing away at 3-0 there against John Brownell, who has walked 1 in the inning and falling behind 3-0 in this at-bat. But Witherspoon, who is a noted free swinger, elects to swing away, and he helps out Brownell. So it's now 3-1. Here's the right-hander's delivery, and Witherspoon a swing and a miss again. Good breaking ball that time. That was definitely a strike. So now the count is full at 3-2 with 2 outs in the inning, which means the runners will be going. Nash from second base and Tejeda from first. So that means likely on a base hit to the outfield, Nash is scoring to tie this game. York now in front of the hit column 5-4. 3-2 pitch from Brownell to Witherspoon, and he will take a breaking ball down and away for ball 4. Brownell tried to get him to chase the breaking ball. He would not. So Witherspoon finds his way aboard via the 2-out walk. Second walk of the inning issued by Brownell, is 4th of the night, and that is going to bring Kevin Baez out of the dugout. And it looks like he will be going to the bullpen to bring in Rob Rogers to face Ryan Dent and try and get out of this jam in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So York got 2 aboard in the 6th via a single and a walk with 1 out. And they come through with an RBI single with 2 down from Tejeda that plates a run. And now there are runners at first and second with 2 down. And coming in will be right-hander Rob Rogers. Pitching change coming up here at PeoplesBank Park, with the Ducks leading 2-1, but the Revolution have the bases loaded and 2 away.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks have held the lead since the 3rd inning. They took a 1-0 lead in the 3rd and added to it in the 5th, but York has gotten on the scoreboard in the bottom of the 6th inning, courtesy of an RBI single with 2 outs from Isaiah Tejeda to center, following a base hit from Ruby Silva and a walk to Telvin Nash. And then with 2 outs in the inning, Tejeda bringing Silva in, and Travis Witherspoon working out a 2-out walk. So now 2 straight have reached against the Ducks with 2 outs, and Kevin Baez has gone to right-hander Rob Rogers. to try and retire Ryan Dent and get out of the inning with the lead still intact. Bases loaded, 2 down in a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Ducks. And here is Dent, who is 0 for 2 thus far on the night. First pitch on the way. Dent takes a fastball up high from Rogers, and the count 1-0. The Revolution fans are loud here at PeoplesBank Park, making some noise and trying to will the Revolution to at least tie the game, if not take the lead. Rogers gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-0. Dent pops it up, middle of the infield. Rogers making the call, gives way to Alfonso, who makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So Rob Rogers, who has done such a terrific job throughout the course of this season and in the playoffs, comes in and induces, to this point, the biggest out of the game, getting Ryan Dent to pop out to the third baseman Giovanni Alfonso and leaves the bases loaded. York gets on the scoreboard. They pick up a run on 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning. No errors then. The bases are left loaded. We will take this game to the 7th in York with the Ducks in front 2-1.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
So John Brownell's night is done. Rob Rogers comes in and he gets the biggest out of the ball game to this point, inducing a pop out from Ryan Dent to the third baseman Giovanni Alfonso with the bases loaded and 2 down. And although Brownell does not get a quality start tonight, a much improved performance from his Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. And right now in line for the win, the Ducks still have the lead 2-1. Luke Westfall, meanwhile, who came in and struck out Angelo Sonko to strand a runner at second base in the 6th, is going to stay into the ball game. And he will face the bottom 3 in the order for the Ducks here in the 7th, as it will be Cleary Jr., Vega, and Lyons 2 up. First pitch on the way to Delta Cleary Jr., and the fastball hits the inside corner for strike 1. Cleary Jr. tonight is 0 for 2. He grounded into a force out at second to end the second inning and then struck out swinging to begin the 5th. Both of those at-bats coming from the left side against the righty Victor Mateo. Now the 0-1. Takes a fastball down in the dirt, scoots away from Tejeda. Now we'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cleary Jr. during the postseason is 1 of 4 against lefty pitchers with a run scored. So looking for his second playoff hit from the right side here, the 1-1. He lines one in the air to right center, hit pretty well, but playable for Jared Mitchell, who moves to his right and makes the catch. And there's the first out of this 7th inning. So Cleary Jr. with a fly out to right, and there is out number 1, and that will bring up Anthony Vega. Fans, a reminder, we hope you've enjoyed Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee at Bethpage Ballpark all season long, regular and decaf, hot or iced. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Make sure you visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes out in the Hamptons. So one down here is Anthony Vega, who's been aboard twice tonight in 2 plate appearances and has also scored both times he's gotten on base. Squares to bunt, bunts it up the third base line, kicked foul by Isaiah Tejeda. It was already in foul territory when he touched it, but he made sure that it would stay foul. And so they count 0-1. Vega singled to right field leading off the third inning. Stole second, went to third when the ball went into center, and came home to score on the RBI single by Giovanni Alfonso. Then in the fifth inning, he drew a one-out walk, went to second on a pass ball, to third on a base hit, and scored on a wild pitch. So both of Long Island's runs have been courtesy of Anthony Vega, the speedy right fielder. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the mound, knocked down by Westfall. He fields behind the mound, though, throws to first, dug out by Nash. And Anthony Vega retired for the first time tonight. There is the second out. So 2 away, the base is empty, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Dan Lyons. And with that, Mark Mason going to continue to play the matchups, and with a righty coming to the plate, he's going to bring in a righty out of the bullpen. So Westfall gets a high five from Isaiah Tejeda. He retired the 3 hitters he came in to face. Sanko on a strikeout to end the 6th. Cleary Jr. and Vega on a pop out and a ground out respectively. Westfall will head to the dugout to a nice cheer from the crowd. We'll have another pitching change in York. With the score Long Island 2 and York 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Two down and the base is empty for the Ducks here in the top of the 7th inning of Game 3 in the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Ducks with a 2-1 lead. With Dan Lyons, the righty hitting shortstop, coming to the plate, Mark Mason goes back to his bullpen, continuing to play the matchups, and he brings in right-hander Michael Click, the second reliever, third pitcher of the night for the Revolution. He takes over for Luke Westfall, who faces 3 batters tonight, retires all 3 of them on a strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout, so the variety pack there for Luke Westfall. And now Dan Lyons, who has been on base twice tonight, will come up to the plate to try and keep this top half of the 7th inning alive for Long Island. Ducks have action in their bullpen. It is left-hander Dustin Richardson, we are told, that is warming up. So it appears as though he will come in for the bottom half of this 7th inning. And we'll get you some final lines here on the starters, both of whom are out of the game right now. John Brownell, the starter for the Ducks, in line for the win. Victor Mateo, the starter for the Revolution, would be in line for the loss. Still a long way to go in this one. First pitch, and Dan Lyons checks his swing, takes a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Lyons drew a walk in the 3rd inning, made it all the way to third base eventually, but was stranded there, and then singled to left in the 5th. A blooper to left center, went to second on a wild pitch, but was stranded at second base. Here's the 0-1. Click kicks and comes home. Lyons a swing and a miss. He cuts through the fastball, 0-2. So for Victor Mateo, 5 2/3 innings. He gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 3, threw a wild pitch, and tossed 97 pitches, 61 of them for strikes. That's the line on the York starter tonight. Click gets the sign and ready to deal 0-2. He fires home, and Lyons swings, pops it up in the air down the first base line. Foul territory. Telvin Nash backing up on it will make the catch, and that will retire the side in the top of the 7th. So Westfall gets the first 2, Click gets the 3rd, and the Ducks are retired in order in the top of the 7th inning. Time to stretch here at PeoplesBank Park. Middle of the 7th inning, the Ducks 2, the Revolution 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. To the bottom half of the 7th inning we go in this tight ball game between the Ducks and the Revolution. These teams have already played 2 one-run games to start off this series, and it's a one-run game right now, 2-1 in favor of the Long Island Ducks. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, it will be Dustin Richardson, the left-hander, to come out of the bullpen for Long Island. So the left-hander takes over for the Ducks. And he will be facing the 9-1-2 hitters for the Revolution. It'll be the switch hitter Chase Simpson, followed by righty Alonzo Harris and the lefty Jared Mitchell. We gave you the line on Mateo in the top half of the inning. Let's give you the line on John Brownell. His final line tonight, a strong start here in game number 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. And what was his 4th Atlantic League Championship Series start of his career. Tonight he goes 5 2/3 innings. He allows a run on 5 hits and 4 walks. Struck out 5, he walked 2, and gave up 2 hits along with that run in his final inning. So certainly seemed to start laboring a little bit, but thanks to Rob Rogers, was able to get out of the inning with nothing further allowed, and Brownell threw 98 pitches tonight, 61 of which were strikes. So it will be Chase Simpson to lead things off for the Revolution, the switch hitter batting from the right side. He is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. First pitch on the way from Richardson, and Simpson takes a fastball inside for ball 1. For Richardson, this is his 4th appearance of the postseason, and he has struggled a bit. No record and an ERA of 9. He has allowed 2 runs, both of them earned in 2 innings, but has yet to give up a hit. Control sometimes has been an issue, especially when he gets to 2 outs in an inning. He has walked 2 batters. He has struck out 4. He has hit a batter as well. And now the 1-0 from the left-hander. Deals to the plate, and this swung on and missed. Good pitch from Richardson. And that gets the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Richardson spent time with 2 teams in the Atlantic League this year. Joined the Ducks late in the year after spending the majority of the season with the Sugarland Skeeters. Get you his numbers here with both teams in a moment. During the regular season, 1-1. Simpson, a swing and a miss, cuts through a high fastball. And Simpson goes behind at 1-2. With Sugarland, Richardson was 1-4. He had a 5.02 ERA in 48 games, one of which was a start, and had 4 saves. Struck out 62 batters in 43 innings while walking 29. And then pitched in 4 1/3 innings after joining the Ducks. Was 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA. 1-2 count here on Simpson. Left-hander delivers to the plate, and Simpson a swing and a miss, strike 3. Cuts through the fastball over the outside corner. So there is a strikeout by Richardson of Simpson. And that is out number 1 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So with 1 down, that'll bring up Alonzo Harris to the plate, the leadoff hitter in this Revolution lineup as York begins its 4th trip through the order. Ducks have done a good job to this point of keeping Harris in check tonight. But obviously still a very dangerous threat every time he comes up to the plate. First pitch on the way from Richardson. Harris takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. Might have been a little low, too. And it's 1-0. Harris is 0 for 3 in the game and now 7 for 28 in the playoffs. He has popped out to left into third and struck out looking his last time up, ending the 5th inning. There's the 1-0 from Richardson. Down and in. Took the pitch way out of the zone, and Richardson behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Alfonso playing inside at third, respecting the speed of Harris. Does not want to see a little dribbler that he ends up beating out for an infield hit. So he is playing inside and right near that third base line. The shortstop line shifted over to his right. 2-0 delivery. And Harris takes a fastball high and outside. So Richardson, after getting a strikeout to begin the inning, now behind 3-0 on Harris. And in danger of walking the speedy left fielder to put the tying run on base with 1 out. Berg gives him the signs. Richardson comes set. Here is the 3-0. And Harris takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Harris thought it was low. And the crowd once again boos home plate umpire David Speranza, who has certainly received a lot of flack from the crowd here tonight. This is a crowd that has notoriously been very much against umpiring crews, and it stems all the way back to Andy Etchebarren's days as manager of this team. 3-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Berg. Good pitch there from Richardson, and he battles back from 3-0 to get to the count at 3-2. Etchebarren was notorious for arguments with umpires, getting ejected, and his tirades after getting tossed. And from that point, the crowd has notoriously been against the umpires on every close call that doesn't go their way. 3-2. Richardson fires. Harris swings, lifts this one in the air to left center field. Cleary Jr. racing in on it. Gets to the spot, makes the catch, and retires Harris for the second out of the inning. And Harris 0 for 4 on the night. And that's not to say that no other crowd does that. Every crowd in the baseball world and in the professional sports world and the minor league sports, amateur sports, everywhere you go, even down into the little leagues. There are always stories about parents getting on the case of officiating crews for their lack of calls to go their way. So it is not limited to just here, but if you go to any of the ballparks in the Atlantic League, you'll certainly hear it a lot more here than you do in any other, at least in this broadcaster's opinion. Jared Mitchell, a line drive to the right side. Diving play made by Reyes. Throws to first, dug out by Krause in time. What a play by Elmer Reyes, diving into the hole on the right side, and he robs Jared Mitchell of a 2-out single. Excellent play by Reyes, and Richardson retires the Revs in order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's head to the 8th here in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks 2, Revolution 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Duck fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then you should be following the Long Island Ducks on Twitter, twitter.com/LI Ducks. With Twitter, a faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now. You can follow along at twitter.com/LI Ducks. Regular season, postseason, off-season, it doesn't matter. The Ducks are very active on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And if you want to stay up to date throughout all of the news and happenings year-round, that's the place to be. So, the Ducks maintain their lead at 2-1 as Dustin Richardson retires the side in order in the 7th. We go to the 8th. It'll be Giovanni Alfonso to lead off against Michael Click, who stays into the game for York after getting the final out of the 7th inning. First pitch, Giovanni Alfonso lifts one foul down the right field line out of play. And the count 0-1. Alfonso, the Ducks' third baseman, 1 of 3 on the night. An RBI single to right back in the 3rd inning that got the Ducks on the scoreboard. A sandwich in between a pop out to second and a strikeout, swinging. 0-1. He swings and chops one onto the ground to short. Backing up on it is Dent. He fields the throw to first low, and unable to dig it out at first is Telvin Nash. And Giovanni Alfonso will be aboard to begin things in the 8th inning. Not the easiest of plays for Dent, who had to back up on it and make the quick throw with Alfonso's speed. But the throw was low. Nash tried to scoop it out and could not. And Alfonso is aboard on what will be an error on Ryan Dent. 3rd error of the ball game for the York Revolution, and we'll see if the Ducks can make the Revs pay for their transgression. If it is on Dent, which I think it would be, it's his 2nd error of the postseason. Indeed it is. Couldn't be on Nash. Obviously fans will say, oh, you got to pick that ball out of the dirt. That is not an easy pick to make it first. Here's Elmer Reyes to the plate from the right side. Click comes set. Reyes already squaring. And the first pitch is pulled back and taken for a strike by Reyes, 0-1. Reyes not much in terms of the way of sacrifice bunts. Has not had any here in the postseason. I don't believe he had any during the year. No, he did not. Maybe just to make the Revolution think that he is, but I can't imagine he would here. Well, obviously, it would be an important insurance run late in the game. Squaring again. 0-1 pitch. Reyes bunts. Foul at home plate. Touched there by the catcher Tejeda, and now the count 0-2. So Elmer Reyes unable to get the bunt down, and that is something that certainly hurts the Ducks here in the postseason. They've got a couple guys who can lay down bunts. Lyons is the best. Vega can also get it down, as Ken Cleary Jr. Those guys all at the bottom of the order, though. In the top of the order, Giovanni Alfonso does have 1, but aside from that, Ducks really do not have much in terms of bunters that can move runners over, so that hurts them in this situation. 0-2 the count on Reyes. There's the pitch from Click. Fires home, and Reyes takes a fastball down in the dirt. Now that'll run the count to 1-2. Reyes is 0 for 3 tonight. He had a good night last night, going 2 for 4 at the plate with a run scored and a walk. That after taking an 0 for 5 in the series opener. Tonight is popped to short, lined into a double play, and popped out to center. Alfonso leading from first base, held on there by Nash. And now the 1-2 pitch. Reyes swings a blooper in the air to shallow right. Long run in for Jared Mitchell. Long run out for the second baseman, Silva. He makes the catch, and Alfonso's going to be doubled off at first. A tremendous catch over the shoulder by second baseman Ruby Silva. And a base running blunder for Giovanni Alfonso for ranging too far off the bag. So just like that, 2 away, as the Ducks have now hit into their 3rd double play of the night. Reyes bidding for the bloop single to right, but a great play made by Ruby Silva, the second baseman, who's had a heck of a night. And Alfonso, for the 2nd time tonight, is doubled off of first for going too far. Once on the hard liner to 3rd by Reyes, and now on the shallow pop-up caught by Silva. 2 away here is Lou Ford. First pitch to him is a fastball downstairs for ball 1. By the way, for Michael Click of the Revolution, this is his 3rd postseason appearance. He has allowed 1 run on 1 hit and 1 walk in 1 inning to this point with a strikeout coming into the game tonight. And that pitch cut on and missed. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lou Ford. But a tough night at the plate last night, going 0 for 5, is now 0 for 3 tonight with 2 pop-outs to short and a strikeout. So he is now 0 for 8 after starting the series 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Closed stance at home plate. Click looks in for the sign and comes set. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He cuts through a fastball over the outside corner. And the count goes to 1-2. Matt Marsh is the right-hander warming for the Ducks in the bullpen down the left field line. So it looks as though he will come in a pitch in the bottom half of inning number 8. Click, meanwhile, trying to face the minimum 3 here in the 8th after allowing the leadoff runner to get aboard on the error. He's gotten a double play, and now a 1-2 coming to Ford. Here's the pitch. Swinging a topper foul. Ford just got enough to stay alive. A little piece of it, but he fought it off. And it keeps the count at 1-2. Just 9 hits between the two teams in this game. 4 for the Ducks, 5 for the Revolution. York has committed 3 errors on the night. And really only 1 has come back to hurt them, and that was when Vega went from first to third on the throwing error by the catcher. Tejeda, though, Vega would have scored anyway. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Ford again chasing out of the zone, his 2nd strikeout of the night. For the Revolution, their 5th as a pitching staff. So the Revs face the minimum 3 in the 8th. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We will head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Long Island still in front, 2-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved. The Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. A 2-1 ball game in favor of the Long Island Ducks. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. And for Long Island, Dustin Richardson is going to stay in the game. He pitched the 7th inning, faced 3 batters, and retired them all on a strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out. But you've got 2 lefties due up in the inning. Ruby Silva to begin, then Telvin Nash, the righty hitter, and then the lefty Michael Burgess. So we'll see if this is a 1-batter thing for Kevin Baez to keep Richardson in to face Silva, who has 3 hits off of a righty tonight, all against John Brownell. And then you go to the righty to face Nash, and then back to another lefty to face Burgess, although the only other lefty the Ducks have in the bullpen is Patrick Kreider, who has yet to pitch in the postseason. And we mentioned before that Matt Marsh is warming in the bullpen for the Ducks, or was last inning. But it is Richardson who comes out to begin this inning. And Richardson will face Ruby Silva to begin, who has 3 hits and 3 at-bats along with a run scored. Richardson gets the sign from Alex Berg. The first pitch on the way here to Silva. And it is swung on and missed for strike 1. Silva singled to right with 2 outs in the first inning. He doubled to right to lead off the 4th. And then singled to center with 1 out in the 6th. And eventually scored on Isaiah Tejeda's 2-out RBI single. The lone run of the night thus far for the Revolution. The 0-1 from Richardson. He squares to bunt and swing bunts it up the third base line. A beauty. Berg field throws to first, not in time. Wow. Talk about a way to get on base. Ruby Silva, who got on with a bunt single last night. Kind of a swinging bunt there. He ran up to bunt basically, but actually somewhat swung at it and bunted it up that third base line. So that is his 4th hit of the night. I don't even know if you can call that a bunt. It was almost like a swinging bunt, but not even a full swing. It was like a half swing, basically. And now Kevin Baez is going to go to his bullpen. So he leaves the lefty in to face Silva. The move does not work out. Silva bunts his way sort of aboard. And now right-hander Matt Marsh is going to come in to face Telvin Nash. Another pitching change here at PeoplesBank Park. And a 2-1 ball game in favor of Long Island.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Two-1 ball game in favor of the Ducks, but York has put the tying run aboard to begin this 8th inning on a half bunt single, if you can imagine that, from Ruby Silva, in which he started to run up to bunt but still kind of took a hack at it on the pitch from Dustin Richardson and ended up placing it perfectly along the third base line. And so Ruby Silva beats out the throw to first from Alex Berg. He is aboard to begin the inning. And now the cleanup hitter and first baseman Telvin Nash will come up to the plate. But first, Kevin Baez goes to his bullpen, and he's going to bring in the right-hander Matt Marsh to face Telvin Nash, who is 0-2 with a walk in this ball game. And Nash, not a guy who is typically a bunter, so I cannot expect to see Telvin Nash try and lay down a bunt in this situation to move the tying run in a scoring position. But hey, you never know. During the regular season, no sack bunts for Nash. But he obviously represents the go-ahead run at the plate. So here is Marsh on the mound. First pitch on the way to Telvin Nash. Kicks and comes home, and Nash takes a breaking ball down and away for ball 1. So Richardson retires all 3 batters in the 7th, and Silva, who's the number 3 hitter for the Revolution, gets his way on base with somewhat of a bunt. Elmer Reyes, who tried to bunt last inning to move the runner to second base, could not do so. 1-0. That breaking ball is on the outside corner for strike 1 to Nash. This York team finds ways throughout the course of the year to manufacture base runners, especially really in the second half when they started to hit their stride. Telvin is the chant from the fans at PeoplesBank Park. Defense shifted to the left side here for him. 1-1 pitch. Nash swings. It's a high fly ball deep to center field. Cleary Jr. is back to the track at the wall. He jumps up, and you can forget it. A 2-run home run over the digital scoreboard in right center field for Telvin Nash. His 3rd home run of the postseason. And the Revolution have their first lead of the night as they go in front 3-2. And now York is 3 defensive outs away from their 3rd Atlantic League championship. Telvin Nash does it again. The Ducks had done such a good job in this series of keeping him quiet. He had yet to get a hit but comes up here. It's a towering drive off of Matt Marsh, who has been dominant for the Ducks since they acquired him. But the move to bring in the righty to face the righty does not work for the Ducks, and Telton Nash's 2-run home run has put York 3 outs away from a championship. Now Michael Burgess to the plate from the left side. First pitch on the way from Marsh, and Burgess swings a tapper over the mound towards the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. And York is finding all the holes here, and their crowd is on fire here at PeoplesBank Park. I mentioned it all throughout this series and all year long. The Revolution lived and died by the home run ball. Specifically, they lived by it. 139 home runs to lead the league this year. Coming into tonight, 7 home runs in the playoffs. That is more than the other 3 teams that were in the postseason combined. And a huge 2-run home run from Telvin Nash here has put the Revolution in front. So Matt Marsh faces 2 batters. He allows a homer and a single. He is out. Coming into the game will be Amalio Diaz. Pitching change for the Ducks, who now trail by the count of 3-2.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, the Long Island Ducks, in need of a win to keep their season alive, had been leading this game ever since the top half of the 3rd inning. They got a terrific start from John Brownell tonight, who will add just 1 run over 5 2/3 innings. Rob Rogers had gotten the final out of the 6th. Dustin Richardson a 1-2-3 7th, but 3 straight hits to start the inning for the Revolution, including a 2-run home run, a center by Telvin Nash, who has been a thorn in the Ducks' side since rejoining this Revolution team, and comes through in the postseason after the Ducks had kept him quiet over the first 2 games and for half of this one, but he comes up with the biggest hit of the night, and he has now put the Revolution 3 outs away from their 3rd Atlantic League championship. Meanwhile, Isaiah Tejeda, the catcher and 6-hitter, will come to the plate. He has yet to be retired tonight. Amalio Diaz is in for his first action of this series. First pitch here is grounded towards the left side. Lines to his right field, goes to second one, the turn to first. Good stretch by Krause, and he kept his foot on the bag for the double play. So just what the Ducks needed as Amalio Diaz induces the double play from Tejeda. First time he's been retired tonight. So that'll empty the bases, and with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to Travis Witherspoon. And of course, the Ducks are not done yet. First of all, Amalio Diaz has to get out of this inning without any further damage done. And then the Ducks in the ninth inning are going to have the middle of their order coming to the plate. It'll be Mark Krause, Alex Berg, and Angelo Sanko, two lefties with a righty sandwiched in the middle. We are told Grant Sides is warming up in the bullpen, so the question is whether or not Chase Hutchinson is available tonight after going for 5-out saves in each of the first two games of this series. First pitch is taken low, and the count of 1-0. Now, Grant Sides has won each of the first two games of this series. He would obviously not get the win tonight. Right now, the winner would be Michael Click. Lifted foul back behind the plate. Now we'll even up the count at 1-1 strike as Click retired this side in the 8th inning. And now the Revolution have the lead, so Click would be the winner as of right now, and Marsh the loser after giving up the 2-run home run to Nash. But again, with two lefties, you would normally see Hutchinson, but again, he had to do 5-out saves each of the last two nights. He had to throw a total of 23 pitches on Wednesday night, and last night threw 30, so that might be the case, him being unavailable. Travis Witherspoon with a 1-1 count. Diaz kicks and comes home. Witherspoon a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Amalio Diaz is the pitcher for Long Island, who had a terrific season, was an all-star thus far, as 2 1/3 scoreless innings in the postseason with 2 hits and a strikeout. Picked up 1 save in the Liberty Division Championship Series and got the win in Game 4 to send the Ducks here to the Atlantic League Championship Series. 1-2. Witherspoon a ground ball foul down the right field line. Keeps the count at 1-2. So meanwhile, the Long Island Ducks are going to have to find a way to rally once again. As the Revolution find themselves on the brink of their 3rd Atlantic League Championship in 3 visits to the Atlantic League Championship Series. 1-2 from Diaz to Witherspoon. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Amalio Diaz comes out of the bullpen, gets a double play and a strikeout to avoid any further trouble, but the Revolution are now on the brink of a championship. In the inning, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, nobody left. Telvin Nash's 2-run home run has put the Revolution in front. We go to the 9th here in Game 3 with the Ducks trailing now 3-2.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amalio Diaz, and you listen to the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
It's been another thriller here at PeoplesBank Park in this Atlantic League Championship Series between the Long Island Ducks and the York Revolution. And the Revs, thanks to a 2-run home run from Telvin Nash in the bottom of the 8th, are now 3 outs away from their 3rd Atlantic League Championship. Now, the Ducks season will come to an end unless they can rally back here in the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Grant Sides coming out of the bullpen for York, who has been terrific. He, like Ruby Silva, the 2 guys that the Revs acquired late in the season, helped them for this postseason run after they secured the second half Freedom Division Championship, have both been great in the postseason. Ruby Silva came into the night hitting .370 and now has 4 hits in this game. And meanwhile, Grant Sides has won 3 games here in the playoffs. He's allowed a run in 3 1/3 innings total over 4 games. And trying to get a decision in all 3 games of this series. He got the win in game 1, he got the win in game 2, and trying to get the save here in game 3. It'll be the middle of the order for the Ducks. Mark Krause, the cleanup hitter and first baseman. Alex Berg, the 5-hitter and catcher. And Angelo Sanco, the 6th hitter and DH. And the Revolution, if they can hang on, will win all 3 games in this series by just 1 run. There is a defensive change for the Revolution. As for the 3rd straight night, they have called upon Luis Cruz to take over behind the plate for Isaiah Tejeda as the catcher. Defensive replacement. We saw it in each of the first 2 games, as they believe Cruz is better defensively behind the plate than Tejeda. So the York Revolution 3 outs away. That'll be Mark Krause to begin, followed by Alex Berg and Angelo Sanco as the Ducks season is on the line. Let's go Revs is the chant from the crowd here in York. First pitch, Krause takes low and inside for ball number 1. Mark Krause tonight has been on base twice. He singled to right leading off the 2nd inning. He drew a walk leading off the 4th and popped out to right in the 6th inning. Sides is ready to go. He works from the stretch. 1-0. Krause hits a fly ball deep to right field. Mitchell back at the track, at the wall. He leaps up, and he made the catch. Unbelievable. Jared Mitchell at the wall in right robs Mark Krause of an extra base hit. I don't know if it would have been out, but he at least robbed him of a leadoff double. And a huge first out for the Revolution. My goodness, off the bat I thought for sure that was the game-tying home run by Mark Krause, who all year long showed a penchant to hit the long ball. He was 2nd on the team with 21 home runs and nearly pulled the Ducks even in the 9th inning, but Jared Mitchell makes a leaping catch at the wall, and that is out number 1. Now Alex Berg from the right side. Sides comes set. First pitch, Berg swings, taps it onto the ground, foul. It came back towards the mound. Home plate umpire David Speranza ruled foul, and now Mark Nason out of the dugout as he disagrees. He said that hit off the plate and went back out. Nason gets an explanation now and will head back towards the first base dugout. The count 0-1 here on Berg, who is 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. Lined out to 3rd in the 2nd, grounded into a 6-4 3-double play in the 4th, and drew a walk in the 6th. Let's go Revs, the chant here from the crowd at PeoplesBank Park. Sides come set. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Berg cuts through a high fastball. It's 1-2. 0-2, excuse me. Keep giving you the wrong count. 0-2 the count here on Alex Berg. 5,415 fans tonight here at PeoplesBank Park. And the Revolution fan base ready to erupt if Grant Sides can record the next 2 outs without giving up a run. 0-2 on the way from Sides to Berg. Pitch, swing, and a miss for strike 3. Alex Berg strikes out swinging, and the York Revolution are 1 out away from their 3rd Atlantic League championship. Everybody on their feet here at PeoplesBank Park. This is York's 3rd trip to the league finals. They won back-to-back trophies in 2010, 2011, the most recent of which against these Ducks in 4 games. And now they're trying to complete a sweep of the Ducks here in the 2017 Atlantic League Championship Series. It is Angelo Sanco for the Ducks against Grant Sides of the Revolution. First pitch, Sanco takes a fastball just outside. And the count 1-0. Revolution coming back from a 2-0 deficit with a run in the 6th and a 2-run home run by Nash in the 8th to take a 3-2 lead. One-0. Sanko takes downstairs. A good eye from the Ducks designated hitter. It's 2-0. Sanko 0 for 3 tonight, 4 for 25 in this postseason. It has been tough going for Angelo Sanko here in the playoffs, but obviously with one swing of the bat could change things here in the 9th inning. He was the team leader in home runs this year with 24 of them. 2-0 pitch. Sides gets the sign and comes set. Fires. Sanko grounds it foul up the first base line. Right off his front foot. Goes into foul territory while Nash will give it to the bullpen. And it's 2-1. Rally towels being waved by many tonight. Everybody on their feet. Over 5,400 tonight in York. Another great scene for Championship Series baseball. And the Revolution are 1 out away from their 3rd straight 1-run win in this series. Angelo Sanko, the man standing in their way. Sides deal. Sanko line drive into right field. Mitchell on the run. Will have to play it on a hop. It is a base hit. Angelo Sanko with a 2-out single to right keeps the Ducks season alive. His 5th hit of the postseason. And Long Island puts the tying run on, and now they will send a pinch runner out as Jordan Hinshaw will take over at first base to give the Ducks more speed on the base paths. So Jordan Hinshaw will pinch run for Angelo Sanko. 2nd straight night that Hinshaw has gone in as a pinch runner. And now if you're Kevin Baez, do you try and send Hinshaw to second base? That way a single could tie this game. Obviously, Hinshaw's got to pay extreme attention. You cannot get caught on the base paths in terms of the pickoff or caught off of first base at this stage of the game. A very important point with Hinshaw on at first being held on by Telvin Nash. Here's Delta Cleary Jr. 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch from Sides coming up. Here it is. Cleary Jr. takes the fastball upstairs, and that is ball 1. Sides a hard-throwing right-hander who earlier this season was pitching with the Kansas City T-Bones of the American Association before the Revolution acquired him late in the season. After joining the Revolution late, Sides pitched in 5 games. He allowed 4 runs in 4 innings. That's 3 wins in 4 games of the postseason. 1-0. Runner bluffs. Cleary Jr. takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. If the Ducks are able to find a way to rally back and win this game, Game 4 would be tomorrow night at 6:30 here in York. If the Revolution are able to get this final out without giving up a run, they'll win their 3rd straight championship. 1-1 pitch. Runner goes from first. No, it's low. It gets behind the catcher, Cruz. Hinshaw will go to second, and he is going to stop right there. So Cleary Jr. now with a count of 2-1. They're going to rule a stolen base for Hinshaw, saying he was taking off anyway for second. So he will be at second with the stolen base. And now a base hit for Cleary Jr. could potentially tie this game at 3 apiece. Before we get our next pitch, Paul Fletcher, the pitching coach for the Revolution, going to come out of the dugout and have a conversation with the right-hander Grant Sides. Delta Cleary Jr. coming into the night, 6 for 21 in the postseason now, is 6 for 24, a .250 batting average. Had a terrific start to this series, 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored in Game 1. And last night was held to 1 for 3 with a walk. He had a bunt single and a walk. But it's 0 for 3 tonight, and what a time it would be for Cleary Jr. to pick up his first hit of the night. Looking for a base hit to try and tie this ball game up at 3. Sides looks in for the sign and now comes set. The 2-1. Delivers home. Cleary Jr. takes a fastball that misses outside. The fans are booing, but Cruz definitely caught that ball off the corner and tried to frame it back for a strike. Does not get the call. It's 3-1. A good hitter's count here for Cleary Jr. And he is certainly going to be trying to push a ball to the outfield to get Jordan Hinshaw home from second base. 3-2 Revolution, top of the 9th inning. 3-1 pitch on the way from Grant Sides. Kicks and comes home. Cleary Jr. takes on the inside corner, strike 2. And once again, the Revolution are a strike away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second in the form of the speedy Jordan Hinshaw. Top of the 9th inning, Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, with York in front by a run and leading the series 2-0. 3-2 from Grant Sides to Delta Cleary Jr. The pitch on the way to the plate. Cleary Jr. swings and lines it foul down the left field line. Nice job by Cleary Jr. to fight off a tough fastball from Sides. It goes foul, but he is able to fight it off and keep the season alive for the Ducks. This has been an incredibly entertaining series if you're a baseball fan to watch what these two teams have done, these back and forth battles in all 3 games of the series thus far. 3 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch once again from Grant Sides. Delivers to the plate. Cleary Jr. swinging a ground ball to short. Ryan Dent is there. Throws to first in time. This ball game is over, and the York Revolution, for the 3rd time in franchise history, are the Atlantic League champions. They reign supreme in the Atlantic League here in 2017. The cannon fires off for the final time, confetti raining down, and the Revolution in a mob pile out in front of home plate as they are the 2017 Atlantic League champions, and they will raise the trophy for the 3rd time in team history. So congratulations to the York Revolution and their entire organization, a season which began with a dreadful first half at 28 wins and 42 losses, and they storm back, finishing 10 games over 500 in the second half, and they go 6-1 in 7 games of the postseason, sweeping the finals over the Long Island Ducks, who have won back-to-back Liberty Division championships but have now seen their season come to an end in a 3-game sweep in the Atlantic League Championship Series for the 2nd straight year. The Revolution's high-fiving and hugging each other out on the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the post-game show coming up for you next. We're going to recap this game. We're going to hand out the Player of the Game award. We will go through all the final news and notes from this 2017 season. Another magical one for the Ducks. A 5th Atlantic League Championship Series appearance in the last 7 years. But it ends in heartbreak. A 3-game series sweep at the hands of the York Revolution, who are the Atlantic League champions for the 3rd time in team history. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Back here inside PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania, where the York Revolution rally back one more time. They rallied from behind in all 3 games of this series, and with their 3rd consecutive one-run win, they are the 2017 Atlantic League champions. The Revolution out on the field, mobbing each other, high fives and hugs all around. Gray Atlantic League championship caps being donned by just about everybody on that field. One of the players was just being carried around on the shoulders of another one of his teammates, waving the Atlantic League championship banner for 2017. And momentarily we will have Rick White, the president of the Atlantic League, presenting the championship trophy to the York Revolution, who for the 3rd time in 3 appearances in this Atlantic League championship series are ending it with a trophy. The cannon continually firing off here in York, Pennsylvania to celebrate the win. The championship trophy has been unfurled on the field and is out on a table behind home plate. A couple of gentlemen that acting like the Secret Service in full suits and sunglasses have brought the trophy out, and again momentarily we'll have the trophy presentation. A quick recap of the game for you. The Long Island Ducks got in front in the 3rd inning. Off of Victor Mateo, they scored a run thanks to a single by Vega, who stole second, went to third on an error. And after a walk, Giovanni Alfonso delivered an RBI single to right field to give the Ducks, the 1-0 lead. They would add another run in the 5th when Vega walked, went to second on a pass ball, and scored on a wild pitch after a Dan Lyons single. That gave the Ducks a 2-0 lead. And before we continue the recap, we're going to turn things over now to the field to Atlantic League President Rick White for the championship trophy presentation.
Congratulations, everybody. I think you brought it home. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it's my pleasure to introduce some very special folks to you, so if you'll indulge me, please. Off to my left, we have limited partner Peter Kirk. We have club president Eric Menzer. We have limited partner and baseball Hall of Famer Brooks Robinson. And we have managing general partner Bill Shipley. Behind me is manager Mark Mason. Mark? So it is my honor and absolute pleasure to make 2 presentations. The first I'd like to make are to playoff co-most valuable players. Your York Revolution co-MVPs are Telvin Nash and Chase Hutchinson.
So in case you were not able to hear that, co-playoff MVPs awarded by Rick White to Telvin Nash, who of course hit the game-winning 2-run home run here tonight to give York the title, and Chase Hutchinson, who picked up 3 saves in the playoffs. 2 here in this series.
It's my pleasure to present the Atlantic League Championship Trophy to Bill Shipley.
The trophy has been presented. The Revolution mobbing each other out, raising the trophy high and chanting to one another out in front of home plate, as they have been awarded the Atlantic League Championship Trophy for the 3rd time in franchise history. So congratulations once again to the York Revolution, who were down 2-0 in this game. They come back with a run in the 6th against John Brownell, who was terrific tonight. They get a single by Silva, a walk by Nash with 1 out, and then with 2 outs, the 2-out troubles hurt the Ducks again. Isaiah Tejeda with an RBI single to center. That made it a 1-run game. And then in the 8th, after Rob Rogers got out of the jam in the 6th, and Dustin Richardson tossed a scoreless inning in the 7th, a bunt single by Ruby Silva got the 8th inning started, and then Matt Marsh was brought in, and he served up the 2-run home run to Telvin Nash over the center field wall, his 3rd home run 7th and 8th runs batted in of the playoffs. And that gave the Revolution the lead 3-2. The Ducks got a 2-out single from Angelo Sanko in the 9th. And that wasn't enough as the Revolution win this one by the final count of 3-2. The winner will end up being Michael Click, the loser Matt Marsh. And the save will go to Grant Sides, the team now posing for a picture with the championship trophy on the field here at PeoplesBank Park. And for tonight's player of the game, it's going to go to 2 players. We'll have co-players of the game with the Revolution getting co-MVPs for the playoffs. Our co-MVPs of the game will be Ruby Silva, who was 4 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs scored, including the game-tying run in the 8th inning. And then, of course, to Telvin Nash, who hit the biggest hit of the season for the York Revolution, a 2-run home run over the center field wall that gives the York Revolution the lead, the win, and the Atlantic League Championship. So there's the recap of this one. We'll take one more break. When we come back, a quick out-of-town scoreboard update, and then a recap of this season for the Long Island Ducks, who fall tonight 3-2 in game number 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here one final time for the 2017 season here at PeoplesBank Park. A tough end of the season for the Long Island Ducks as the York Revolution sweep the Ducks in the Atlantic League Championship Series. They win it by the final count of 3-2 tonight thanks to Telvin Nash's 2-run home run to center in the 8th inning. York wins the series in 3 games. They go 6-1 in the postseason after a 40-30 second half, which followed up a dreadful 28-42 first half. Now, the Revolution got hot at the right time. They were terrific down the stretch and in the postseason, and they deserve all the credit. They did a tremendous job in this series. They win 3 consecutive one-run games over the Long Island Ducks, and you can pinpoint all the different things that ended up contributing to the Ducks' downfall here, but you ultimately have to give that organization credit, the Long Island Ducks as well, for a season that featured a lot of ups and downs, a 500 first half almost at 36-34. A team that started off struggling at home, they find a way to go 37-33 in the second half. A 12-game winning streak was certainly the highlight. They win the second half Liberty Division Championship for the first time since 2013. They go to the playoffs for a 3rd consecutive season, and they end up defeating the Somerset Patriots in 4 games in the Liberty Division Championship Series, winning 3 straight for the 2nd straight year against Somerset in the first round. After falling behind 1-0, they take 2 straight games in Bridgewater, New Jersey, which is always an accomplishment. And so the Ducks, for the 2nd time in as many years and the 5th time in the last 7 years, win the Liberty Division title. And 5 Atlantic League Championship Series appearances in the 7 seasons that Kevin Baez has been manager. You could say anything that you want about Kevin Baez, but that is incredible success to get to the league finals 5 times in 7 years. Yes, he has won 2 of them and has lost 3, but you know what? 2 championships, 5 finals appearances, that is not done normally by teams that are not named the New England Patriots, basically. So you have to give Kevin Baez some tremendous credit for that. And ultimately a tough way for the season to end for the Long Island Ducks, but lots to be proud of. Another season in which the Ducks welcomed over 300,000 fans They continue to add to their league-leading attendance total all-time, which is now up near 7.4 million people. And the Ducks, just so many great achievements. They had 4 players who had their contracts purchased by outside organizations, 3 of whom made it up to the major leagues this year, guys, in the name of Tim Melville, Quentin Berry, and Henderson Alvarez. Just so much to be proud of in this Ducks organization. And obviously it is so tough for a season to end 2 seasons in a row with a 3-game sweep in the Atlantic League Championship Series. But in both years, the team that finished the year hot rolled through the playoff side. If you remember last year, Sugar Land won their final 4 games of the season to get into the playoffs. They went on and they won 6 straight games in the playoffs to win the Atlantic League title. The Revolution here played very well in the second half, very well down the stretch to win the second half Freedom Division title over their arch rivals, the Lancaster Barnstormers, and they go 6-1 in the playoffs, dispatching the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in 4 games in the first round, and now the Long Island Ducks in 3 games here in the Atlantic League Championship Series. So once again, congratulations to everyone in the York Revolution organization, players, coaches, staff, front office. They are a very terrific, well-run organization who did a terrific job this year. After a tough start to the season, their front office put together and manager Mark Mason, who handles primarily the player procurement here for the Revolution, got some key pieces in, none bigger than Telvin Nash, who joined this team late in the season during the second half and was a huge piece down the stretch, and of course had the biggest hit of all here in the championship series. So you have to give credit for that. Guys like Ruby Silva and Grant Sides, who were terrific, especially here in this game and in the postseason, and they were key pieces, and the York Revolution certainly deserve this Atlantic League championship. They and the Ducks, with 3 titles each, are now even for second most championships all-time in Atlantic League history behind the Somerset Patriots. And so the 2017 season comes to a conclusion, obviously not the way that Ducks fans and those on, Long Island were looking for, but with it breeds 2018, which will be the 19th season in franchise history, and for the Ducks, they will get to host the Atlantic League All-Star Game, which is always a well-attended, terrifically run event. The Somerset Patriots did a tremendous job with it this year. I have no doubt the Ducks will do a great job with it in 2018. The date still to be determined, but the All-Star Summer will be next season on Long Island. The Ducks will host the Atlantic League All-Star Game for the 3rd time. And, of course, this franchise will be looking to make another return trip to the Atlantic League Championship Series and try and finish the business that they have not been able to complete now over the past 2 seasons. It has been a tremendous run once again for the Long Island Ducks. It comes to an end here on September the 29th. In York, Pennsylvania, but it has been an absolute pleasure bringing you Ducks baseball all season long here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, our debut via Facebook Live. We also brought to you games on youtube.com/DucksBaseball and LIDucks.com with our brand new score graphic. We hope you enjoyed our coverage all season long, and thank you so much for taking the time out of every one of your days that you tuned in to join us as we brought you another terrific season of Ducks and Atlantic League baseball here in 2017, the 20th anniversary season of the Atlantic League. So for the final time here in 2017, that will do it for us. Once again, the final score, it was the York Revolution 3, the Long Island Ducks 2. The York Revolution are the 2017 Atlantic League champions, their 3rd title in team history. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be sometime in the spring of 2018. We don't have an official date for you yet, but of course we will be bringing you all the coverage of Long Island Ducks baseball as the organization begins its 19th season of play in the Atlantic League in 2018. Stay tuned to LIDucks.com throughout the offseason for all the news, notes, details, and all the promotions and exciting things going on with the Long Island Ducks as they prepare for their 2018 All-Star Summer. My name is Michael Pollack. For Chris King, David Weiss, and Joe Vasile, who all joined me throughout the course of the season here on the airwaves, for everybody with the Long Island Ducks organization who made this possible, Michael Pfaff, President and General Manager, Founder and CEO Frank Bolton, we thank you once again, as always. Owner Seth Wan and Bud Harrelson. Have a great rest of your Friday night and your off season. We'll do it all over again in 2018. Good night and so long from York, Pennsylvania.